All right, welcome to week number 11 of the Cargill division in the 5-Pin Universe Pro League. We have some pretty great matches today. I'll be your technical host, Carrie. We have Mark Johnstone and Tracy Smith with us today. Thank you very much for joining us, guys.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
So we'll do a quick rundown of our matches for the day. So we have the Regina Revengers versus the Northern Knockouts to open our session up. Then we have the Fraser Valley Venom versus Regina Revengers, the Heartland Kingpins versus the Fraser Valley Venom, and Regina Revengers versus the Heartland Kingpins to round it out. Any thoughts? You guys have any thoughts on this week? How the matchups are laying out and all that good stuff?
I think it's going to be really interesting to see number 4 team play number 6 team in this first match. The Knockouts only have one match today, and the Revengers are playing 2 games today. So it's a tight race here. Important for both these teams.
Yeah. Heartland's got a couple matches. They're in second right now. Knockouts are in fourth. Regina's in sixth. Venom's down in 10th. So Venom have a chance to move up the ladder, and then some other teams have an opportunity to kind of solidify their race into the playoffs. Because after today, Regina will have 9 matches, and Heartland will have 10. So really big matches for those guys today for sure.
Yeah, they're kind of closing out their season already, so they need to pad their stats as far as they can, and hopefully they have enough to make playoffs, right?
Yeah.
All right, well, we might as well bring in our managers for our first match here. So from the Northern Knockouts, we have Mr. Richie Bolio, and for the Regina Revengers, manager, used to be player, Sarah Ouellette.
Yes.
How's it going?
Good. How are you guys?
Another
Good.
day in paradise.
Oh yeah. It is like paradise in Regina today. It's so nice outside, so we'll take it.
Yeah, Alberta's getting that great weather too. As we're kind of explaining there, Northern Knockouts, you guys only have one match today. Did everybody get in early, get some practice in, so they?
Yeah, we're ready. Like we talked to you a little bit earlier, they were just trickling in, so they threw a few balls. We're ready.
Yeah, I guess it's an hour behind in BC too, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're no, actually for Alberta we're okay. I think we're the same time as.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Sarah, the Revengers have 3 matches today. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So real big day for the Revengers.
Yeah, really big. This first match will set the tone for the whole day, as well as it is a big day game match for us.
Yeah.
This first one, make or break. We're looking at it, so.
Yeah, for sure. So since you're the away team, do you want to give us your lineup for the first match?
Sure, yeah. So I'll start with our inactive bowler, who's Nelson Frank. Then the lineup, we have Doug Clark, Josie Brooks, John Mowens, Johnny McDonald, and then anchor at Danny Bear. And then we have Crystal Hibner and Brian Askin on the bench.
Perfect. And Richie for the Northern Knockouts.
All right, so we haven't changed up too much. We're going to be starting Sasha again. Then we're going to be going to Amanda McPherson. Then Riley Latender. Our fourth will be Cora Lee, and pulling up anchor is Ryan Bolio. Tian and myself will be sitting bench, and Riley Bolio, he's going to be doing our stats today for us.
Cool.
Perfect. Well, with only one game, unfortunately, there has to be an unfortunate soul that doesn't get a chance to play today due to
That's
our
right.
8-player roster, but I'm sure he'll do his best. All right, well, without further ado, let's get this match rocking and rolling, and you guys have a good one.
Yeah, good luck.
Good luck, guys.
All right. To see the first balls here right away. Scores are looking half decent. We're getting some good internet today.
Interesting. Richie on the bench there.
Yeah, Richie's on the bench, and Riley is off the bench altogether. He's just in the back.
Kind of curious. I think Richie's averaging 276.
He is 274 right now. He's played every single game, high game of like 308.
Oh wow.
Coralie's been actually really good too. I've commentated pretty much all their matches or played against them, but Coralie's averaging 280. She's been super solid.
Yeah, her first 3 games were like almost all 300. So up until her 4th game that she played, I mean, she was averaging just crazy, like just clutch in that position. So that's awesome.
And then Regina. Who's there? Nelson is their high average, I believe, and he's inactive. So
yeah, he's inactive today.
But you see, a guy like Doug Clark can get his groove on. He's yet to kind of get it going.
Yeah.
Johnny Moans too, right? Like,
yeah, he's been pretty good.
He's been very good.
Oh yeah, John Moans 278. Yeah, even Danny had a 232. So there's a bunch of guys that can get it rolling for both teams for sure.
I think it's really interesting how they've put John Moans, like they just tuck him in this third spot, which is really interesting. And he's like high average with 278, and he's had some big games.
I always think about that too. I think about polls a lot more now that there's pro league as opposed to the open. Like, it's a little different, I think. It's a good spot. Like, points are really important in this because there's not that many matches. So, and sometimes when you're playing the open, that guy gets moved down to the anchor or something, right?
And often too, like, because they're so good, but often they lose their momentum.
Yeah, like I don't
this thought around, what that anchor position means to team play.
Yeah, I don't necessarily agree. Like, a guy's rolling in that spot, in winning matches, I just leave him there.
Yeah, I agree.
So we had a score correction here on the Northern Knockouts. They had a chop off turned into a corner, so they're making the correction. But Regina just goes and puts 5 marks straight up, and now they got to wait.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
And traditionally, they start a little slow too, so maybe they came in early to practice.
Again, they've got, like you said, Carrie, three games today. It'd be interesting. They know that it's a huge day for them, so be nice for them to have a good start.
Yeah,
it's fair.
Yeah, like Sarah was kind of saying, it's a make or break day for them for sure. So, like, obviously, you always want to be above 50%. That's kind of what the standings are looking like. If you're above 500, you're probably making a playoff spot, but you got to be thinking for them. They want to come away with some big wins here.
It's hard too. 1-game match, hey, for the knockouts today.
Yeah, and then even Heartland today is going to have 10 games done too, so they're in tough, or they're fighting today too. So Northern's 4th place. They can take a win here and get one step closer to being in the playoffs. Doug's just ready to go there, I think.
Yeah, he already grabbed the ball. He was wanting to play.
That's the holdup.
That's the thing about this pro league, right? Like, it's gonna the managers are gonna have to watch and make sure pace of play. Obviously Regina would never trade that frame away just to keep pace of play. Like, you're gonna take that frame every day. It doesn't matter if you have a 5-minute wait after or whatever. But noticing like Doug Clark going up and grabbing that ball, he probably didn't know that Northern had a technical issue early. So.
And maybe feeling a bit anxious too, because they finished with that triple to end their first frame. So just trying to keep the team momentum going.
Yeah, that's one of the elements of pro league too, is to be able to handle the camera outages and waiting a little bit here and there. Like, that's part of the whole process now, I guess.
the commercials and like there's always these little hiccups that you gotta pay attention to, right?
I kind of don't like the hiccups, but it kind of tests you in a way.
I think those commercial breaks teach you a lot too. I mean, I've seen so many times, even being, on a team where you've got momentum and then you get that commercial break and it can shift really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Coralie's going to get it started.
Yeah, she's been really good for Northern, and she's already shown why.
She's going to be getting a custom shirt right away.
There you go. So if people didn't watch the whole first season, I know Tracy's still on a team, still playing really well, but she was Female Player of the Year, MVP from the Pro League in our first season.
Yeah, it's fun. We had a really fun team last year, but I mean, the women this year, they are just plain remarkable.
Yeah. Double the amount of competitors too, right? So that's a big jump.
Yeah, 4 marks for Northern too.
Yeah.
Now we should see some flow here.
Yeah. Hopefully all the hiccups are taken care of.
There's Doug. Tracy, do you know, has Doug always been like a leadoff guy?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I don't know. I mean, I think he suits a lot of different roles, but yeah, I like him in this first spot because he's very calm and smooth, consistent.
Well, this year he's struggled a bit. And I mean, with Doug, he gets into head-in problems too. I'm wondering if that's a normal place for him, or
I played him this year actually in the first spot, and they did pull him, and that's when Crystal came in and she spared what did she spare? Headpin split? Clutch spot, yeah.
Whoa.
On a clean, but they got some good pinfall up in hypertension.
Mm-hmm.
See some of those kickbacks here and there.
Honestly, it's nice and clean. Like, it's well maintained.
Yeah, they do a good job up there. Not to toot the horn on the Pro League again, but it's nice seeing all these centers across Canada, right? Some centers that you would never get to play in at a national event or even your provincial event, right? They're tucked up in communities that you just don't get visited, like Minto and Dawson.
That's a really good point.
That's actually a good. I know Glencairn can host nationals and stuff, but even Minto is actually a really nice center.
We'll mute them. They're a little close to the camera there.
3-pin spare.
Always take the 3-pin spare.
Yeah.
My best way to spare them is to not get them. Oh, there's another one.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, boy.
So it's been interesting to see after Josie's second frame and then 3-pin from the Revengers.
Yeah.
Nice try.
Well, do you think in the back of your mind that's like, okay, I gotta get the team going again here, and then just kind of overdo it?
It's likely.
Yeah, could very well be, right? Like you're amped up to get the team amped up, and you overthrow it a little bit.
These are hard throwers, anyways, right? So.
Mm-hmm. That looks good.
Yeah.
The first double of the match.
Feels like a little stop go here a little bit in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's like you said, the timing and that's the neat thing about the Pro League is it's not like the Open, right, where your team just flows into the next frame. Sometimes you have to wait for a couple players on the other set or on the other lane, but now you got time delays, you got scoring issues, you get lane issues.
Too, I think that like the one game match, like you walk in knowing I've only got one game today.
Yeah,
versus
that's
the
tough.
other team. Yeah, it is tough.
You just have to like turn it on for 10 minutes, for an hour. You just got to be able to flip the switch. And
Yeah, it's a good way to look at it.
but they're important if you can win those one game ones.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Dash has been a good leader for them.
He's been really solid, and he's been playing more WCBT events and stuff like that too, right?
Is he averaging 264, I believe, if I'm looking at my stats properly.
Yep.
3.5 points so far. I mean, outside of Coralie having 4, he's right there. So that's like super solid. And his games have been, pretty consistent.
Mm-hmm. But it just shows you like they start coming out to some events, and then it is starting to play a lot better and having more confidence and realizing that you can compete with everybody else.
Agreed. Yeah. There we go. So Josie got this started for them. Well, I guess Dougie did, but.
Oh. That's Regina has a nice lady tandem there. Josie and Crystal, having both of those strong ladies on the team is a good advantage.
Mm-hmm, agreed. They just were I think top 2 qualifiers. I think for their Open qualifying round.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
It's hard to remember looking back from past weekend where everybody landed, but I know that they're on the mixed team there.
Yep.
Yeah, unfortunately, they didn't have a lot of ladies turn out, so they had to just do a mixed team.
Yeah, that makes a lot of zones have a lot of depth in their divisions, but that makes your mixed team really extra strong, right? Because you have your top 3 ladies that are still going to be playing the singles event, and now they're on your mixed team. Usually that's your 7, 8, 9 slots.
Oh yeah, that's turkey. That's huge for them. Yeah, like to have, like if I was ever playing a mixed team and with Crystal and Josie and those 3, like, and even Jackie, like that's crazy.
Yeah.
All 3 of them have been. I know Josie's a bit younger, but they've all been there.
Yeah, they'll all be singles representatives in Saskatchewan for a number of years, right? So to have them on a mixed team just powerhouses that mixed team big time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not too sure on the Northern BC Open results. I know they were playing in a bunch of different centers and doing like fax-in scores, so they didn't have travel.
Oh, really? Yeah, I haven't seen. Usually I see BC posts floating around, but I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, because North got to play in Dawson Creek, Prince George, and there was one other center they got to play in. And so just reducing the travel time, I think, kind of down to like 3 hours for everybody. So, and then they would just fax in their scores and build the teams from there, which we were kind of discussing, I think, on podcast, or maybe it was last 5PL. It's kind of unfair for some of the players playing in Prince George because it's notoriously tougher pinfall, and then you got Hypertension, which is a really good scoring house.
Good shot, Doug. Ryan had a double there. I know Ryan's just been decent. He's probably looking to have a good game this week.
Yeah. Ooh. Doug super solid out there.
I mean, that guy at the top just got to keep getting marks. That just makes you feel that much better coming down the lineup, eh?
Yeah, leadoff is super important in a format like this.
And then me as an anchor, it helps for me too. It's like if I get a strike, I'm going to help out that leadoff guy, which will in turn help out their team. Like it just keeps going like that, right? Like,
Yeah, Regina definitely got some nice momentum here. They look really relaxed.
mm-hmm. I noticed that too, actually, because normally they seem a little bit more, I don't know, not relaxed. I can't think of a word for it.
It does help when like Danny looks like he's throwing really, really nice, but since he got that double, they've just had momentum right through. So a couple corner spares for the knockouts.
But I mean, maybe that's what a team needs, right? Is somebody to kind of like finally take the leadership role and like take the reins.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, now we're in like the fourth frame for both teams. Start thinking about polls.
Yeah, you're probably looking a little bit at that and see which matches are still kind of close.
Oh,
yes. We all take those.
Yeah.
Big double there to stay with Johnny. That's a close one.
So if you had to make a poll, I mean, we're not the coach, but if you had to right now, what would you be thinking?
Honestly, right now, I probably wouldn't do anything. But fourth spot, maybe. If I'm Northern Knockouts, Coralie's on the middle, and she's playing well, so I'd probably give her a couple more frames for sure.
Especially knowing how good she truly is.
Yeah. And how well she's been playing.
John McDonald is probably getting pretty close. And yes, the match is close, but why not put a guy in that's just going to take the match, you know?
Yeah.
Especially when you're looking for every point possible.
Yeah. That's what I was talking with somebody the other day about the Open and how we won't pull a guy because they're in their match. Well, they got 60 in the fourth and they're in their match. Well, why the guys, they're not pulling it. Like, why not put a guy in there that's going to take the match and not run it all the way to 10 and maybe win it, right? So
yeah, especially when you got great players sitting right now. They might be warming up, but to throw in another amazing player right now and maybe lock up that point, that's massive.
And get those crucial team points too, right?
Yeah, Pro League's different. You have all your players are good, and then there's not a guy that's struggling per se, right? Because you're only playing one or two matches, right? So it seems like everybody's fresh. Okay, big shot, Ryan. Oh, it looked like it was just a hair over.
I felt myself getting a little anxious on that shot. It's a big shot if he gets the strike there, because really all the matches are very close and it's still very early.
Yeah, he throws a strike there. He's within 15 of Danny, but now he's within 40, so that little separation. The fourth one, the third one's close.
Yeah, we have 486 to 403, so 83 pin difference in the fourth frame. Favor of Regina.
3 doubles too.
Nice. Big mark here for Sasha if he wants to close some.
Whoa.
Oh.
I don't know what I think he.
Oh. I wasn't sure either.
I was like, he might have punched, but it kind of doesn't look like he punched.
Yeah. Stuck a little bit or something. Stepped out.
Do you notice a few of them have been sticking? Oh. Good spare nonetheless.
Yeah.
That looks good.
The textbook shot.
Yeah, good shot for Josie.
Josie's definitely the young up-and-comer lady, I think.
It's beautiful, right? Dedicated, committed to the sport.
Yeah.
She had that little hiccup in the second frame, and then from there she must have had a little self-talk. Came back with a triple. It's awesome.
Whoa, nice turkey. That's one thing too, is like you can't let it's in the second frame. You can't let a little frame like that bother you. You just gotta.
No, it literally could have destroyed her, and look how she came back. It's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. Regina's on a little bit of a roll here. Northern Knockouts are probably happy that commercial's coming up.
Yeah, they're just getting a fair amount of corners.
Yeah.
They're a little tight, some of those corners.
Yeah.
Nice. Great shot. I know Riley's a guy that's been struggling a little bit here too, so he's looking to get a good game in there.
Yeah, it looks like he maybe has only played one game, and then Johnny, was he pulled maybe another game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Danny going for a Yahtzee.
Wow, amazing. That's a great start. 5-bagger at the bottom.
It's pretty solid.
That's above average.
Above average, yeah.
So this is a tough one. This is where Northern's got to be thinking about a point here. Okay, that was a good shot.
A really good spare. Good timing on that.
I mean, she doesn't spare that. You got to be thinking,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, she's doing a little bit better than Amanda. They're about the same, but that match is closer. You got to get the point, right?
Yeah. And you got like 4 straight open frames. Like, that would be really tough. But...
Boom.
Awesome. All right. So 656 to 532. So create a little bit of a gap there. We got 124 pin difference at the half. And we'll roll into our first commercial and bring back the second half of this match.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centers across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
When you come to the Canadian Brewhouse, you'll feel right at home. We work hard to make our house your house. With an affordable menu of appetizers, entrees, desserts, beverages, and killer deals on daily specials. At our house, you never miss a play. As sports lovers, we've ensured each location includes over 50 TVs and our signature Jumbotron. The Canadian Brewhouse is the place people want to be.
Welcome back. Woo.
Looks like we are having a switch here. Amanda's coming out.
You know what? When I was talking about that, I didn't think about the third girl too.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
think Tiana too, like she's averaging almost 260 for the 2 games that she's played so far.
Oh yeah.
Great shot by Doug to start off Regina, keep the mojo going.
I always find this break a little fascinating.
Me too, because I've had like 4-baggers going into the break, and I've opened every time.
Great
But
shot by
last
Sasha.
pro league, I went 4-bagger, missed a corner in 5, and then I threw a double after the commercial break. So I did
So
it
you overcame it a little bit.
kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, Josie. And Bone. Sasha. See how Tiana comes out. Looks pretty good.
Yeah.
There you
There
go.
you go.
Little slider. Good start for her.
Good coaching change there.
Mm-hmm.
Another one. Oh, I thought he had that.
Then running away. Hey, here's
Hey,
Riley's chance to take this match back under control. Especially with John missing
Whoa.
there. Yeah.
Mr.
It's a huge
Moan
turn.
was going a little quick there.
Do you think, like, I agree. I think John was a little bit quick on that second one. Do you think he was looking to put pressure? But in the Pro League, do you think these teams are really watching the other team? Like, they're not right beside you, right? They're half the country away.
I think people have the tendency when we miss the middle to just go up there really quickly. I've seen that a lot, and I even do it sometimes. You just got to take the same amount of time as you do on your first ball. I think people miss the middle; they're kind of pissed, and they go up there really quickly, and then they end up missing. So that's why I think most of it is. But.
Right.
I think a lot of times, like for our team, we're just trying to feed off one another. I mean, we're kind of aware, but not really aware. So it's more like for our team, we're just trying to get some momentum. I feel it's a little tougher when the timing is not 1-to-1 sometimes when you're watching a match like this.
I don't know if you guys just noticed that. Coralie throws a big sweeping backup for her middle hits, and then she just threw up the right gutter at her right corner.
Oh, I know. I was like, how is that staying there?
She obviously changes the
Double.
rotation of her ball.
I didn't notice
no
that,
way
but
that stays.
keep my eye on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed it too. It was like hanging on the right gutter the whole way.
Yeah.
Right straight at it.
Crazy.
Big double for Ryan there. So good frame for both teams.
Yeah, slight advantage to the Northern Knockouts by getting that extra mark, keeping their doubles working. Josie's still got a big 4-bagger going for the Regina though.
Doug hit the double train.
Yeah. Doubles are so huge in this format, right? Your score adds up so fast, adds to the team total.
Another one.
There you go.
Big double.
Finding their groove. I mean, there's still lots of game left.
Knockouts remind me of the
Yahtzee.
Knockouts remind me of the Vancouver Island team. They've finished games well.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, Tiana with a little bit of a miscue there. I was kind of looking at that pull, right? Tiana in for Amanda. Do you think they were just looking for maybe putting team points up, or were they looking at the head-to-head match? Because Josie would have been on a triple already by that point.
I personally would have done it for a team points aspect, because Coralie was goes chop spare, corner spare, because I was thinking about pulling her.
Yeah.
But I wanted to take that pressure off of Coralie, so I felt like Amanda, that change needed to happen. This is me personally.
Right. Gives Coralie,
Yeah, I
Coralie the freedom.
I almost think that they saw that triple.
Boom.
Right.
Yahtzee.
and made the decision that way, and then maybe thought Coralie, could just keep up.
Revengers are
As
still
as
rolling.
Gil Baldwin would say, strikes all around, coach buys around.
That's good. I feel like the Revengers right now, they're throwing really, really strong.
I said they're building for the day. This is just the start of their day. In Northern Knockouts, they need to put an exclamation point on their day because they only get one chance.
Good
Ooh.
shot.
Still huge, right? Like they're not out of this, even though Regina's probably having their best start of the season. Northern's not shying away.
Yeah, they got, what do we got? 7 strikes out of the last 9 shots.
Yeah. Riley's 5-bagger is just in the middle there. It's just beautiful.
If you can throw a turkey here, they're right there.
We'll just keep it black, right?
Yeah. Keep marks on marks.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3 frames to go. You never know what happens in 3 frames.
Just start back up with, the 2 first player, Doug and Sasha, both have doubles going into 8.
Yeah, I mean, a couple strikes and a couple of headpins either way can change the match quite a bit.
Yeah. So we played 2 frames since the break, and the gap has widened a little bit. It was 120 or so, now it's 140. So Regina's strengthening the gap a little bit, but still. Ooh, see, there you go.
Did I say that?
My
bad.
Cloud. Oh, wow.
Holy cow, commentator.
Gosh.
Or that's kind of what I was saying. So now it's 100 or 120.
Yeah.
And they're still working on a big double, right? And where Doug's is finished. Now they got to look at somebody else to keep their double going.
Well, and right now puts Sasha ahead in the match.
He was in there. He was peeling away. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and Tiana's job right now is just to give all that she can, right? Let Josie do what Josie's doing is great, but Tiana just did what she was supposed to do.
Yeah.
Oh. Boom. He thought he punched there. Holy.
Triple to start for the knockouts. That's amazing. That's awesome.
I mean, they're a little ahead, but the difference is 80 right now. Another double here.
Thought that was going to come back in a little more, but still a hit on the middle shot.
She doesn't miss very much.
She's very consistent.
Yeah. Big shot for John. He's within, keep it within distance anyway. Whoops.
Looks like Johnny McDonald there made a little angle change. First time I noticed that.
Actually, now that you say that, he's coming in from the right a bit.
Yeah.
Don't know if they've got somebody warming up right next to them. I see some balls being thrown beside them.
Yeah.
Johnny must have been, or McDonald must have been hear me talking about he's the guy to pull.
He's like, nope, not today.
Yeah.
Not today.
Oh yeah, Danny was about 2:30 coming in.
All right, we're
Yeah.
in frame 9 here. Doug punched again.
He just gets punchy.
Frame 9.
All right, Sasha needs to keep his team going here.
Coming a bit thin.
God.
Boom.
Shot.
Ham bone. So now he takes a good strangle on that. That one's pretty much over.
Yeah. Still
That's a great
120
four
pin
there.
gap, right? This is Regina's holding on to this gap, but we got some couple big doubles working for knockouts. They're trying to close that. Johnny and John Mullins got doubles working. Oh.
So there, the knockouts are sitting at 25.5 points, right, Johnny? And the Revengers are 23 with the same amount of. They're even in games right now.
Yeah.
So even
Yeah,
if
so-
the knockouts can, try and steal a few here, it matters.
Oh yeah, every point for sure. Like, how many points do you think, Carrie? Good shot for Moans.
Hmm.
I was trying to think how many points would make. I know you said a 500 win percentage probably get you in.
Yeah.
Would that be 40, 50 points?
I think
Or what
we're
would that be?
looking at 50 points. Just around that
50
51,
points.
52 mark was going to kind of be that cut line.
That would be your like guarantee.
Yeah. Because 44 is exactly 500, right? So if you
Seven
could get
bagger.
closer to 50, I think that's where you're looking.
Do we have a 7? Lucky Slevin
Lucky number 7
or is it the Deadly 7 I
or
like?
007, I think they were saying.
Ooh, 007, that's a good one.
James Bond.
So then basically Johnny, just to like add on to that last comment that you made, then the knockouts roughly for their last 5 games need to average out around 5 points a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I almost think it's like 46.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just slightly above 500. Whatever that number be, like 45, 46, 47. But
Yeah,
that's going to put you right there, right? You're going to be battling with probably 3 other teams at that number.
Yeah, so if we play 10 matches, that's 80 points. So
11 matches.
Oh, 11 matches. Okay, so that's
Yeah,
88
44.
points.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. The 46
Yeah.
to 50. Or 44, I guess, is 50%.
Yeah, exactly 500. But like
Not enough to get total back, I don't think. So it's a matter of how many matches this is going to be.
Yeah. So right now in the Cargill division, there's 5 teams above 500. So that's just why we're thinking the playoff spot's looking like a 500 at least. But
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I didn't look down far enough.
Yeah.
You guys haven't played enough games.
no.
Yeah, there's no room for error in that sort of mid zone in that division.
No, because you could end up being 46 points, but you could probably be 7th or you could be 4th. Like there's going to be that many teams right in that 500 zone.
Yeah, with the
Ooh.
Dream Crushers still sitting with 7 games remaining, right?
Yeah. Our schedule's going to pick up speed here real quick. We had a big 4-month layoff, but
Yeah, you're all in now.
yeah.
I hear a baby crying. Nap time's over.
Yeah. All
Curtis
right.
probably just got out of bed, so
So yeah.
Big 10th frame, 130 point gap.
You look better there.
A little more relaxed. I think he knew his match is out of hand, so now just get team points.
It's funny how that is, eh?
Yeah.
oh, he
Ooh.
knew for sure. Sasha knew for sure, pointing it out.
Those LeCondor boys are rolling today.
Yeah. Doug with a double.
You know what? That's okay from Doug. A 270 or whatever it would be is a good leadoff score.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he held his own. Just two punches there close to the end of the game. That kills anything, right? So you finish off with 270. That's solid. 268.
Just a matter of Sasha strung some strikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and his start was not easy for him, and then he just
Ooh.
really
Yeah.
found a nice groove.
Yeah, you guys didn't have the luxury, but when the commercial break was going on, I can see the background. And Sasha was up on the lane looking at where he was going to throw from. He was looking, so he made the change at the halfway mark. Great game. 3-19.
Good game for Sasha, yeah. So we're going to have 1 point for Northern and then 1 point here. This one's over too. Again, another bowler with a slow start. Whoops. I mean, a couple 270s at the top. You can't ask for much more than that. Not the ideal finish, but still good games.
I mean, that 5 bagger for Josie, like that's a game changer. That just helps the team right in the middle, regardless of what happens, right? Just
Yeah, the two 270s up top. Johnny's going to probably end up with at least a 300, right? Like, that's a huge top 3 scores. That's going to set you up for success in a lot of matches.
This one's still huge ball.
right, even for Johnny, like he still has the opportunity to be right around that 260 mark if he bangs out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like
355 possible for Mullins. See what Riley does here. Oh,
pushed it.
Ooh.
Right.
I was gonna say it's sitting 418 possible.
Yeah, it's bearable here. Oh, we have a Curtis sighting.
They can see you. He's hovering.
Oh, did he get that? No. Didn't matter, but he gave it a run.
So we're sitting maybe with what, 378?
378, yep.
Yeah, if he strikes out.
And Johnny Mullins can get 338 and lose.
Yeah,
336.
those games happen.
Boom. 376. Nice game there.
He is definitely keeping his 380 plus average going. John Mullins.
A couple head pins, but that didn't matter.
Now, what position, I don't recall, but do you remember what position Coralie's been playing?
2.
2-hole.
Yeah. Because Sasha and her at the top were leading. So, yeah, I noticed that earlier. I just didn't say it. Yeah, she's been playing 2. Richie has been playing 3.
Okay.
And then Ryan's always been on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Richie might have played anchor once too, I think. Nice shot by Danny. He's shooting 388.
Some big games.
Yeah, so I personally would have left her in 2, but
Mm-hmm.
What I mean,
Not too bad. Three. I mean, she had 3 chops. I mean, you can convert that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a 6-2 here.
Danny found a home in the anchor spot, maybe.
He threw beautiful.
You worked great. Yeah, good.
Even Ryan had a good game. He just like had a couple doubles where he opened up
Mm-hmm.
corner. I mean, Knockout's got 13-22. No slouch there.
No, agreed. Yeah, it's like above 260 average there. 1494.
Yeah.
Nice game for the
13-27, which probably wins a lot of matches, right?
Man, we had a lot of big games.
Does that tie for the number 1 total? Team total?
Great question.
I think it might be with the Rock and Rollers.
You're trying to get me to find where that is?
I think
Oh,
I have it. I think I have it open. So yeah, they tie for team total.
There you go.
14.94. All right. Well, we'll bring in our stars of the match here. So from Regina Revengers, we got Mr. Danny Bear.
Hello.
How's it going?
Hey, Danny. Hey, Danny.
Good day, good day.
Thanks. Good start.
Thanks. Yeah, that was fun.
What did you end up with there?
388, I think. Something like that.
You guys tied the highest team
We
total.
tied the highest for this year.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll tell the team.
High single would be the second highest single, too.
Oh, we lost your audio there, Danny.
There we go. Got it back.
You got it? Good.
Bit of an echo.
You guys show up for a bit, or?
Sorry?
Did you guys practice at all this morning?
A little bit. We just threw in balls. We didn't throw games or anything, but yeah, we came in and threw just a little bit of warm up, just our normal little, half-hour warm up or whatever we do.
Yeah, Tracy was saying you guys just looked pretty comfortable out there.
Yeah. We just, I don't know, just felt like a good day. Just good start.
So Richie, you guys, 13-27. That's a solid score. Probably wins you a lot of team totals, but you get away with two points here. Sasha and Riley finding it after the first few frames and then running the board. You're muted there. Sorry, Richie.
How about now?
You're good now.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, those guys made a pretty good run on it there. The other team couldn't quite come together, but we're glad we had them two today.
Yeah, for sure. So Northern Knockouts, obviously your day is over. You got 2 points added to your score, so that puts you at how many matches here now?
7.
7 matches, so 4 more to play for the rest of the season. Got to be looking at probably winning 3 of the 4, I would think, because I'll bring you right around that 500 mark. We're kind of talking that 500 is probably 5th overall, so great bowling, just a tough run.
Yeah, it was. Proud of the guys. So, they bowled very well, and we're ready for the next one. There are going to be a couple good matches coming up, tough matches too, so we're going to be ready.
Yeah, you don't have to wait as long this time.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, perfect. Well, Danny, I know you guys had a great match, but we're going to see you here.
Here right away again.
So
we'll go to the commercial and we'll bring you back in.
Alrighty. Sounds good.
All right.
Luck for the rest of the day.
Thanks.
Thanks, Richie.
Yep. Riley, you want this?
Whoa.
All right. So after that first match, we had the Regina Avengers beating the Northern Knockouts 6-2. We're going to bring in our player, managers, whatever you want to call them, for our next match here between the Fraser Valley Venom and the Regina Avengers. So from Fraser Valley, we got Rhonda McDougall. Welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Morning. And then from Regina Avengers, we have Sarah Ouellette. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Whoa.
All right. So obviously, Regina Avengers, you guys got off to a hot start, and your home team this time. So Rhonda, I'm not sure if you guys watched that first match, if that has any bearing on what you guys are going to be doing, but there has been some background changes to the Fraser Valley Venom. Am I correct that we're ready to announce that?
Correct. Yeah, we've brought in Daryl Easton, one of our emergency spares, onto the team, and Nick Utley is stepping aside for the last 5 matches, and yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah, so just for our audience and for the rest of the teams watching, so Fraser Valley Venom has instituted their emergency spare, but because they're using their emergency spare for the remainder of the season, they unfortunately lose their emergency spare rights for the rest of the season. So
Yeah.
They have to run with their 8-player roster, and that's the way it is for the remainder, and they're prepared for that. And Daryl's obviously a great addition to the team, so it'll be fun to watch.
Absolutely.
So with that all being said, Fraser Valley Venom, what's your lineup for the start?
We are starting Marco, Brittany, Marcus, Jesse, Bob, and we have Daryl and Mike on the bench with Matt sitting out the first match.
Perfect. All right. And Sarah, the Revengers lineup for this match.
We're gonna keep it the exact same. So we're gonna go Doug, Josie, John Mowens, John McDonald, and then Danny Bear closing us out.
Yeah, nothing wrong with 1494. I
Yeah.
think some people would question if you switch that up. So
Yeah.
Right.
I think my team would be like, no, I would be fired probably.
Right.
I don't know, but
all right. Well, best of luck to you guys, and have a great match, and let the strikes flow.
Yeah, good luck, guys.
Have fun,
Thank
guys.
you. Good luck.
All right. So for this match, the Fraser Valley Venom with their scoring system, unfortunately we won't have totals, so I will be focusing on adding that up as we go. So pardon me if I don't speak too much during this match, but I'm going to leave it up to Tracy and Mark's capable hands for this one.
We got you, Carrie. It's all good.
You know what's funny? I was thinking about that, whether they would change the lineup or not.
Mm-hmm.
And it's tough because you want to win and you want to keep the same lineup, but you also have 8 people to please or whatever, and you got to make that work for everybody too, right? So I personally think probably keep the same. Third game might be different regardless of what happens here.
Yeah, I think don't break what's not broken. And you've got, 2 amazing players who are still sitting on the bench. And I think if you have a moment where you start to see someone have a couple frames that are really challenging, then make your move, and make your move pretty quickly, honestly, because they were just on fire the first game.
And then it also brings in the fact good team players have no problem sitting on the bench when your team's winning too.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
the teams that do well have people that understand that and are team players when it comes to that too, right?
Agreed. Yeah, there's so much experience there for those 2 players from Regina that are sitting on the bench, so they get it.
Yeah.
So you can see Brian's doing some warm up, which is good.
Yeah.
So they're still trying to prep for that moment.
Yeah, I mean, you're shooting 1194, you better be changing up the lineup. But 1494, we
Agree.
the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, so obviously the teams can go and throw when they're ready. The matches are ready to rock and roll.
I like the Venom's lineup too. They've played around with it a lot. I think I'm okay with this one. I like this one.
Yeah, Mark Oates is saying I believe was playing anchor for a few of their matches, and now they got Mr. Bob Herman down there, so I think that's a good spot for Bob.
Good lead for Marco too, right? Like he's averaging 285, like 4 points. He's like leading the points for the team right now. And Bobby, I mean, you could probably put Bobby wherever you wanted to. He's so good. He's averaging 250 right now, but on the bottom makes sense for me.
Right.
Yeah. Is Marco like wearing an invisible cloak or something there? He threw a spare without me
we
seeing
had
him.
a little glitch here. We'll flip it around here. So we apologize.
That ceiling shot is very interesting.
We'll get their stuff flipped around for them.
Yeah, Marco's 285.
Mm-hmm. He's had a big game, 318, and pretty consistent. Looks like he was pulled one game. He's played 37 frames, so he's played really well.
He just had that one hiccup earlier in the season, I recall. Yeah, it was a close match, and he had a double and ripped a two pin on a double and lost total. That was a Marcus had a 3-3 in there too.
I think too, like coaching wise, like with Rhonda, like she looks like she's not afraid to make a move.
No, I agree. Sorry.
Yeah, no, just by looking at some of the stats, it does look like she's not afraid. And, as a competitive player and then coach as well, like it'll be interesting to see what happens here. And with that big, point mover this last game for the Revengers taking another 6, that sits them around 29 points with only 4 games to go. And the Venom is sitting, in 10th right now at 16 points with 5 games to go. So this is a big match for the Venom to try and, get themselves in the hunt. And if the Revengers can get going and they can take some good points here, it gives them an opportunity to be in that top situation.
Mm-hmm. That's funny. I had that exact stuff written down too.
We're like bonding, Johnny.
We're on the same page here.
Mm-hmm. It's that Edmonton thing.
Yeah. And then me and Carrie got the Wetaskiwin connection. So
yeah,
I like that.
Lots of connections going on here.
Well, does it count that like my favorite mentor was Jackson's? Does that count for anything?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like another connection there.
I remember when I was younger. Are you Mark Jackson? Are you Mark Jackson? No, I'm just Mark Johnstone. All the time.
That's awesome.
But now a lot of the youngins don't know Mark.
No, unfortunately.
So unfortunate, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
We're having a good frame here.
Yeah, that's a really good start for the Venom. We might just see that perfect game from Danny.
Is he still rolling?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he looks solid.
Yeah, I mean, even those corners that he had could have went. They didn't, but always want to know when you start like that first thing in the morning. Did you eat breakfast? Did you not eat breakfast?
It's interesting to say that because like if you're superstitious, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's why I was asking, like, if they had I was asking Danny if they warmed up or how that went. I was curious of what their preparation was today. Was it different than normal or was it the same?
Yeah, that's good because, we were talking about the knockouts and I heard they're strolling in. So what did that mean, strolling in? Did they, have a good warm up, not good warm up? I know our team, when we go, we're always there like 45 minutes before.
Yeah, I'm
easily.
Yeah, I'm there an hour early. I set up the cameras and then I warm up for like no word of a lie, like 30 minutes straight.
Yeah. And people are catching up with one another, and
I mean, I just know my body too. Like now, it just takes me a while to get going now. So
Yeah.
it's always my first games of anything are always a little bit slow. So I make sure I throw enough balls till I start. You get to that point where you're just throwing a million strikes in warm up, and then you just stop. It's like, okay, I found it.
Sometimes I think now, Johnny, I feel like I'm just like brand new bowler for my first couple balls. Like don't really want to like throw really hard anymore, and so I understand.
Ooh, that was a good shot for Brittany.
It'd be good to see Brittany play well here. She's had a bit of a slower start.
Mm-hmm. I haven't seen her out at as many cash tournaments or anything of late either.
No. She's going to start showing up to some, I would think.
Yeah, she's at that age, maybe done school, almost done school.
Mm-hmm. I'm disappointed my stat sheet isn't updated from the first game.
Yeah, it's really tough, eh? Our statisticians don't work game by game, unfortunately, week by week.
Yeah.
Well, I'm enjoying hanging with you both. Thanks for having me. My first time commentating for the Pro League.
It's your first time.
Yeah, it's my first time.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it, so thank you.
I'm glad that you get to do it with us.
Well, Carrie's been I've been there too, but not as long as him. That youth challenge the last couple of days.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of work. Big commitments.
Yeah, it was a bit of a commitment.
Venom's having a little hiccup here.
Yeah, this frame isn't going so well for them.
That's what I've noticed. Venom, really good frame, bad frame. Really good frame, bad frame. Just got to start stringing them a few together. Few bowlers, not everybody, but.
And again, like it's that lead position too. Like how much, like you got to be really good in that lead spot just to kind of keep the momentum going. And if
like Tracy, you've played lead a bunch of times. Like, is that kind of your mindset going in? Just try to get marks for the guys, or
just try to get marks. Try and like be positive. Like really never try to show kind of negative posture. It's a tough position.
That's why I played lead off a couple times last year, but that's for me. It's something that I have to work on. Is like.
Mm-hmm.
If I play well, it's easy. If you don't play well, you still have to be super positive and happy for the rest of the players. So
yeah,
it's hard.
I don't always. Coaches don't always think about putting me in that lead position, but I've always thrived in that position.
Mm-hmm.
It's a neat spot to be in.
I like playing lead off, but I don't like jockeying for who's going first or like cutting guys off or getting up on the lane first.
Me neither. Yeah, it's garbage.
Yeah,
I know
I've been cut off a few times at provincial levels and national levels.
Yeah, those mind games.
Good at that. Or someone sets a pick in the pit and like
that happens. Unfortunately, it looks like we have a frozen lane here for the Venom. We'll try and get that fixed here.
Well,
but unfortunately, he punched a head pin.
Need to draw a little fence.
Oh, back in the day, remember that?
Yeah.
You get the full square fence when you're not playing great, or squiggly fence. Wonder if that ever helped the mindset or made it worse.
Or made it worse.
Honestly, it could go both ways. It could just take your mind off it and think that it helps you, or you could be thinking about it.
Yeah. Like, oh, am I really that bad? When you've got multiple fences in a game.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was cool seeing all the black across the game, though, when you're having a good game.
Yeah.
Ooh, another head thing. So six open frames in a row here for Venom.
She's beaking at me a little bit.
Revengers are still pouring it on. They're not slowing down.
Well, just started a little slow this game, but it seemed like they're back at it.
Yeah, this is Fraser Valley Venom. Like that, even though it's only frame 2, that a complete wide open frame for the whole team. That's gotta be a little scary.
Yeah, because now you're 6 frames.
Mm-hmm.
So they need a big pivot here.
And like we saw last game, like starting kind of crappy in the first 3 frames doesn't matter. Like there's lots of game there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Totally.
Oh, Danny's got to fix it.
Not only is he playing really good, he's also the pin chaser.
Did you know, you guys, that up until last year, I'd never been in the back of a bowling alley, like in the pin deck. I'd never seen it.
Really?
Yeah. And then finally, I told Stacy that in my whole career, I've never been back there. And so she finally took me back in Toppler.
And did it blow your mind?
I was underwhelmed.
That sounds about right.
Never been back. Well, I've never been back there since.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Where all the magic happens, and it's just like, oh, that's all it is, eh?
Man, if you're Venom, you need like somebody to start rolling and make a decision easier on Rhonda here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure if she's thinking about it yet. Is it too, too early? Yeah.
Especially when they're all got the same score, basically.
And it's really decent pinfall there. Like, this is where Matt Phillip played the 8-gamer. He ran all the way to the semifinals. Like, the pinfall's really decent. So, it's tough to see them not always struggle, but struggle in, week out a few times here. Just not finding a good team rhythm, right? There we go.
Starts with 1.
That's right. Bob follows that up, and all of a sudden, next frame, the team follows that, and then no harm, no foul.
So she said Rhonda said they've got, is it Mike Warren and Daryl Easton as their backup players today?
Yeah, and Matt Phillip is not available.
So Mike's been playing almost every single game so far. Maybe she's put that in her back pocket a little bit.
Bob with punch here.
Well, and if he can get running, he's a player that can throw those, 5-6 baggers quite handedly.
Yeah. So just so people know where these teams are playing out of, Regina's obviously playing out of Glencairn Bolodrome, and the Fraser Valley Venom is playing out of Dell Lanes.
In Surrey, I believe.
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, now's the time. Whoa.
Fun.
2-foot slide.
He wasn't sure what was going to happen there.
And Marco. Way better shot.
Yeah.
There you go.
That looks good. Whoa.
Yeah, she's been on the middle like every shot. She's just leaving these corners.
Ooh.
Josie with the chop.
Oh, it gave her a split. I thought that was a chop. Was that actually a split?
It is split, yeah.
Hmm.
Right 2 pin's a little dark. It's hard to see.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't tell.
Good half by Britt.
Oh, it might have fell.
Oh, they are making. It did look like a chop, so makes sense.
That was my original thought. I thought it was a chop. And then the pin's so dark.
Yeah, it didn't look like it was a split.
Really good half.
There you go.
Markowski.
Nice start.
There, getting some marks going, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what the team's looking for.
Boom.
Yeah. That's one thing about John Mowens, right? He finds that line. He can throw a ton of strikes.
He's exciting to watch.
Yeah.
That a
There,
girl.
double.
There. See, you just had to give him a little heck through the commentator curse and figure it out.
I love it when you watch a player and like they already know before that they're going to get the strike.
Yeah. As soon as they release the ball.
Yeah.
Like, yep, that's exactly what I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
There's Bob. Gets on the side.
Nice.
There you go.
Great fourth frame.
There, now we feel like we got some momentum rolling here
Yeah.
from both sides. Ooh. Man, those pins are just exploding.
Just flying.
So after 4 frames, we got 344 for Fraser Valley Venom against 446. So we got a 104 pin gap already in 4 frames.
Great job, Carrie, on the tallying of
Like
the
that.
points.
Is that marks added in or?
That's marks added in. Yeah. Good call, though. Good question.
Uh-oh. I could tell that it was. I noticed with Doug's hand, he gets that like more like I'm showing you guys, but it's like side rotation
Mm.
when he gets those strikes.
Right.
Last couple times he punched, the ball was just end over end straight.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's just a minor thing, hey?
Yeah.
It depends
The
how
way
you're
his
playing
hand
too.
looked when he
Right?
released it.
Sometimes you want that side rotation, then sometimes you want the end over end. It just depends where you are, what house you're playing in. Oh, we got the pull.
got a
Daryl
sub.
Easton in for Marco.
I knew she wouldn't wait.
That's probably a good idea. He's
Mm-hmm.
got not much. I think Daryl made the that I don't know their zone name, but I think he made the men's team. I thought I saw him up there anyway.
Right.
Whatever zone they are.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know the BC zones too well. Ours aren't numbered, so it's easy to remember them.
Yeah, it could be like zone 5 or 6 or I don't know.
Yeah. Britt with the punch.
Everybody's tightening up before the commercial break here.
Yeah.
Well, this back half is important for both teams, like to end the 5th frame before the break.
I would think Fraser Valley, after having that great fourth frame, like you want to get into the break with a good mindset, right? Not have a good frame and then not a great frame.
Yeah.
Ooh. Just keeping them around. Don't keep them around. Ooh.
That's so good.
You can see somebody's throwing balls there, and Venom's on lane 13.
This half keeps him in the match.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. He's fair strike. He's leading. Oh.
Not like Marcus to miss single pins.
Needed a shorter lane.
Like half.
Needed like Route 66 or whatever those are.
Listen, I've been there, so I'm going to be careful not to.
As the season goes on, I'm going to start giving the gears a bit more.
Right, because we should know better.
Did scoring correction again there. Jesse's got to throw one here. If you can catch up to McDonald here. Nope.
Two chop spares for Johnny.
They're super.
Those are clutch spares.
Yeah, he's been really good since like the fifth frame of the last game.
Push it.
Oh.
We had a big conversation not that long ago about trying to spare your miss 5. You guys go inside or do you shoot outside for your
inside?
Inside. Me too.
Honestly, typically inside, but I throw it like I would for a strike if it hits left or right pocket.
You don't really care. Yeah.
A 3-pin, I actually move where I stand based on what side of the 3-pin it is.
Okay.
That's the only time I'll like move for a shot like that. I'll actually stand on the other side of the dots to get a better angle to just try to increase the 3-pin spare percentage.
Yeah. The things you learn, hey, when we share.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully I don't really have to do that much, but lately a little bit more. I don't know.
Ooh, the slow
I'm not sure what's going on here. Okay. Like, did we get aces?
All right.
Oh, good double there for Bob.
Yeah. So 478 for the Fraser Valley Venom against 581, so just outside that 100 still.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad. Neither teams have really much going, so 100 backs, not much.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we'll bring our commercial break and bring in the last half of this match.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centers across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
When you come to the Canadian Brewhouse, you'll feel right at home. We work hard to make our house your house. with an affordable menu of appetizers, entrees, desserts, beverages, and killer deals on daily specials. At our house, you never miss a play. As sports lovers, we've ensured each location includes over 50 TVs and our signature Jumbotron. The Canadian Brewhouse is the place people want to be.
Second half of match number 2 of the day. We have a 103 pin difference. Revengers with the good on that.
So I got word Daryl Easton, Fraser Valley South is the zone team that he made. The men's team.
Yeah, it sounds like zone 3 he made singles. He lives 2 hours away from the center.
Oh, wow.
Thank you, Kelsey, for posting that on the YouTube page.
Yeah, that's super helpful to know.
Well, I was even looking at the comments.
Yeah.
Well,
there hasn't been many. Just a consistent amount of watchers. Nobody's talking. Just listening.
She really held the follow through on that one.
She'll take that one.
They're playing well. Like most of the opens are head pins. They're sparing a lot of their chops.
Yeah.
Pretty high strike percentage, I would say, for Regina right now.
Mm-hmm. There's Brittany. Finally gets one.
Yeah.
And she's 6 for 6 on the middle.
John.
There you go. Good count on that corner there.
It's always the way.
Yeah, isn't it?
But he threw a good shot in that 5th frame.
Yeah, he got roasted there. Those are the hardest ones to spare too.
Yeah. You know, he spares that. I mean, he's still in his match. The old accuracy trouble.
Gotta clean up your wood, kids.
Yeah, I've been there. I just don't want to say too much sometimes because it can be hard some days, this bowling
I'm just
game.
saying we're sparing chops. Sorry to cut you off there.
No, it's okay. They've been really good at sparing their chops.
Bob, there you go.
Oh, I might have predicted this one. Said it. If anybody could do it, it's him who could come like 5-6 bagger. Bottom.
Still 100, well, 95. 90, yeah, 95.
And some close matches.
Ooh. Good shot for Daryl, and Doug got roasted.
I'm watching his hand now, Johnny. Thank you. Had a girl, beautiful ball.
Okay, here we go. We got a match coming here.
Yeah, fun when it's close.
Oh,
I came across nicely.
yeah. Those ones seem to be going.
Mm-hmm.
Most of their corners are like blow-bys.
Great now after the break with 6-2. She throws some heat.
Mm-hmm. We'll let that go. Oh, I thought he missed there.
Me too. I thought he was left for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I was looking at it as well. These two doubles right now for Fraser Valley are critical by Brittany and Marcus. And then if we just get Bobby to keep the half here, that's still good. He's still in his match against Danny, who started off strong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's only spares it up. He's only down 7.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's big half.
You knew that right away.
Yep. Nice 6th and 7th frame by Fraser Valley.
Got some blind shutting from John Stone over there.
I was trying to figure out what that sound was for
Yeah.
$1,000, and I had no idea.
I'm letting some light in the room. Some natural light.
Sarah's asking for their total. I'm not sure if she's watching here.
Mm.
So the total is 701.
Big shot from Doug there. I'm sure Daryl wants to get in there and make a splash and finally get in on the team.
He's doing okay. Keep it black here, and it's just for the team momentum.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all you're down quite a bit. That's all you really want from him now. Just keep marks.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. You can still come back, but oh,
Darn it. She's playing really well, hey? She has not missed the middle yet, Brittany.
I think she has 3 head pins, 3 corners.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Good shot from Johnny. Money Moans, as his followers call him.
Yeah, it's a good handle. He's such a fun guy.
That's what he calls himself too, a fun guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm glad you pointed out that how Johnny McDonald moved his angle there, Carrie.
Yeah. Just happened to notice it. He didn't seem like where he was standing in front of the camera. All of a sudden, it seemed like he was blocking the camera more. So.
Ooh,
Marcus gets
Timber. Nice job.
But that's good to recognize that maybe your shot is not bad, but it's not working the way you want it. And you can make an adjustment.
Yeah, just an angle, right? It's just what I look for is usually how the pins are reacting, right? If the pins are kind of just laying over, it could be angle or it could be roll, right? You got to find which one it is, and
I think we as 5-pin bowlers, good shot for Jesse. We don't analyze that kind of thing enough. I've actually been doing that too. I've been kind of seeing, I'm hitting the middle every time, whatever. It's just how, am I getting lots of strikes? Am I getting corners or punches? So I'm adjusting my line based on finding that better line. Even though I'm hitting, there might be a better strike line.
Yeah.
I definitely don't do it enough. I'm a little bit stubborn.
It's just something I've noticed because I used to play just straight up the middle with a backup, and it was obviously really good for quite a few years, and then all of a sudden the pins just weren't falling over. They were laying down and stuff like that. So then I played with my game and started noticing pin reaction changes, and that's now what I mostly focus on is just how the pins are reacting to when my ball gets there. If they're doing the right thing, if they're not, then I got to change something, because nothing worse than hitting what you think you should be hitting and you're just not scoring. You got to change something. The pins aren't going to change.
Yeah. That's for me a couple of things I've been working on, changing the angle if I need to try to get more strikes or more corners. It's very important.
All right.
It doesn't work for everybody though.
No, there's people that they have a feel. They just know, okay, this is what I need to do to change it.
I also used to use predominantly a soft roll, and I've noticed, big shot there for Daryl. I've noticed on synthetic lanes I wasn't getting a lot of strikes on with my soft rolls, so I ended up going to like a urethane ball, and my strike percentage went way higher. So it's even noticing things like that too, right?
Yeah.
I think if you can make that quick pivot too in your game, like then I know you're frustrated, but like, does it ease some of that frustration because finally finding something quicker, maybe that works for your game?
Mm-hmm. And it's tough because we're scared to make changes or we're stubborn to make changes.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, like, you see it all the time in 10-pin. They'll change it up like 2 frames in and like do something totally different. So maybe we need to be making adjustments like that too.
Yeah.
Sorry, we'll get back to the action here. I mean, Brittany's given her a chance to stay in the match.
Yeah, and honestly, like, I mean, you never know, like a big 9th frame by the Venom. I mean, I guess John and Johnny are working on doubles.
I don't think we have any, like, for sure wins yet.
That's a much better corner spare than the one that he missed maybe in the fourth frame or so.
Huge shot. That's big because he kind of opens there. It's like dead even. Now he's got a little bit of breathing room.
It's interesting to watch him too. He's like right up on the camera there, so close to them, but you can see the intention of John throwing his ball.
The focus, right?
Yeah.
Big shot, Jesse. No, let that go early. There you go.
Yeah, it's a good half. Kind of keeps control a little bit of them in that match, but she's putting some pressure on him. Nice ninth frame by Venom.
We got Marco warming up over there.
Door is open just a little bit.
I love the sound effects. That one I would have guessed, that little sound effect.
I'm doing a lot of sound effects these days for some reason.
Maybe because you have a little one.
Yeah. So that's a tight one now. Or it can be. Ooh. Man, getting an extra 7 points there makes his life a lot easier in the 10th frame.
Yeah.
Depending on what Bob does, but so Doug's sitting 250 and Daryl here can get 245.
Sorry, I didn't update their score. Shoot.
Doug's throwing 2 balls before he threw one.
I feel like the screen is frozen. Okay, there we go. He missed.
Oh, couple sloppy ones there.
Oh, I take sloppy, so
Hey,
250
whatever.
game's really good.
Hey, if I'm falling over, that's my shot.
Yeah. Do you remember what Doug had his first game today?
I think it was about the same. He had 223. I think it was 253. Did he bang out? No, 268. 268.
268.
He punched 8 and 9, and he had 225, and he had 43. Yeah, so two. And then Josie had 270.
Yeah, so they've played really well together.
Whoops. Matt, Daryl came in not bad, though.
Yeah, agreed.
Strike spare, strike spare.
Mm-hmm.
Needs a strike. No. Eee.
Yeah, that's her first miss.
Yep.
But that she's played really well.
Ooh. Yeah, she just. I mean, Brittany missed anyway, but Brittany had a 263 possible there.
Very true, yeah.
This is looking 8-0 territory.
Which is tough for the Venom, but exactly what the Revengers set out to do, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, you're not done if you're the Venom, but you pretty much got to win all the rest of them.
Yeah, there's a lot more pressure. It gets harder and harder. So Josie's played really good.
Yeah.
In her first 2 matches today.
See if Marcus put some pressure on him.
No.
Oh, it's tough start for them in this 10th frame.
Marcus was trying to steal that point back, but slipped away.
Johnny was like, those top three were all solid. They had pretty much just had open frames that were head pins, other than that 3-pin there. But like, they're probably going to shoot 1300 again, like super consistent.
Yeah, it's a good backup to their
Jesse,
1494.
Yeah. Okay, Johnny loses with a 336 or whatever, and then wins with the 265.
It's the way it happens. So that basically cinches that.
I mean,
tough finish for Jesse.
They're all playing well again. I don't know, like, how do you make a change? We got an hour break too.
Yeah.
So Bob can steal a point here. Otherwise, we got a 7-1 or 8-0. Good 10th frame. Like, they all have 30 plus.
Yeah.
And Venom was a few all opens, really.
Mm-hmm.
Good game by Mr. McDonald. Ooh. Oh.
Not trying to let him slip in there at all.
Well, I guess Bob could shut him out, eh? Yeah. I thought
Yeah.
Danny had 281 there, but no. Oh.
Oh dear. The Revengers, their high total before the one that they had this morning was 1317. So, or sorry, 1317. So, or 1314. So they've already beat.
They're top two.
Yeah.
Look at this. He can tie this.
At half point because
Bob almost ripped out a 3-pin there too.
I. Oh.
Gets a nasty power chop.
Wow.
Well, 7-1.
Yeah, they've gone 6-6-2, 7-1. 1342.
Hey,
268 average.
I like the consistency there, eh?
Oh yeah. And they all worked very, very hard in the 10th frame.
Yeah, look, you got 45, 43, 30, 45, 40.
11 strikes in the 10th frame.
All right, let's sorry, just dealing with some technical issues in the back with our next team coming up.
That was 7 with Regina, right? So that's 36.
All right, we will move this.
Northern would have 27.
All right, so we'll bring in our our managers and players here. So Rhonda McDougall from Fraser Valley Venom, and looks like we have Johnny McDonald from
Regina Avengers.
Oh, we have bad audio. Sorry, Johnny. If you can just mute yourself when you're not talking, and then unmute yourself when you're ready to talk. Perfect. All right. So first off, we'll talk to Rhonda. Obviously, you guys ran into a bit of a rough one there, 7-1. Regina's been playing really well, but you guys have another match here right away against the Heartland Kingpins. So, thoughts on that?
Oh, I mean, it is what it is. Bowling is a crazy game, and just when we start off with 5 marks and we think, oh, here we go, and then the second frame we didn't get any marks, and it's like, yeah, that's just the way it goes. We're ready to play again. We're going to mix things up and play hard the next one.
Sounds good. All right, Johnny. Great game, 303, not too bad. We were kind of talking about in your match before that. Did you make a line change after like frame 4? Did you move right?
No, I honestly didn't make any line change. For whatever reason, I thought it was smart to throw the hook for the first 4 frames. I mean, I've thrown a backup for 20 years. I don't know why I thought that the hook for 3 frames was going to be the right call. So I just decided to actually throw the ball I was trying to throw.
It looked like you came in right a bit more.
Pardon?
Maybe that. It looked like you came in from the right. We're going moved to the right and came in at that angle a little bit more. But maybe
I very well might have, and maybe I was just unintentionally way left on those first 3 balls, and then actually went on my spot.
For sure. So, great 7-1 win for the Regina Avengers. Regina has an hour break here, so they get to do whatever they do best in Regina. I don't know what Flatlanders do, but we'll move on to the Fraser Valley Venom. You guys have another match against the Heartland Kingpins. We'll run our commercial and we'll start our next match. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Me and a couple.
Whoa. Alrighty, sorry, we got Rhonda McDougall in here right away from Fraser Valley Venom. We're running into some technical issues with the Heartland Kingpins, so maybe just jumping them straight into... it's a struggle every day. Maybe just jumping straight
Gotta
into
love
the match.
technology, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna donate some to Robert.
For sure.
Do you want my lineup, or do you want to just go?
You bet. Let's get your lineup.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So we're gonna do Jesse, Mike Warren, Matt Phillip, Marco, Bob, and then Brittany and Marcus are on the bench, and Daryl's sitting out this game.
Okay, perfect. I am just asking Robert here for his lineup. I can still text and message the gentleman. I just can't get him on live stream for some reason. So obviously you made the change to put Daryl on the bench. Any reason behind that, Rhonda? Can you give us a little insight onto what your thoughts are as a manager?
The pro league is quite different, and some people aren't used to being on TV, and he's a little nervous. So I figure I'll give him a break this week, and we got 3 more matches next week, and hopefully he can align his butterflies and be ready.
Yeah, for sure. With 3 big matches coming up, that's got to be something you got to be looking forward to in the future too. So using this time to gain that experience and prepare for that is huge.
Absolutely.
All right, Robert is typing at the moment, and then I'll just read off his lineup here. Oh, I think I can read it off their scoreboard. So it looks like we have Eric chose Mike Herbert. I can't read their third player. Gino, Anthony, and Jen Baker is their lineup. So on the bench would be Sean Schwartz and Bev Magnus, I believe. All right. Yeah, so we got Eric, Mike, Gino, Anthony, Baker, Schwartz, and Bev are on the bench. All right, well, best of luck to you guys. We will get the match started and play well.
Hopefully the cameras work.
Right. Thank you so much.
Play well.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, so
Thank you.
get these guys started.
Kurt just brought me a fresh cup of coffee, so I'm ready to go.
Yeah, sound like a delivery.
Yeah. Well, this is actually going to be really interesting with the Revengers now having their back-to-back wins. They're sitting at 36 points and have, if I've looked at this correctly, maybe I've jumped up to second with 3 matches left to go, and they've got one more to play today. And the Kingpins are sitting at 34.5 with 3 games to go. So, and then the Venom, obviously, this is a must win for them.
Yeah, this is huge. Regina's in second now. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So this is a big one Kingpins have 2 this weekend, and they have 1 after this. So these are big for Kingpins for sure.
Yeah. So then this last game would be the Revengers and the Kingpins today after this, right? So
that's gonna be really good.
I know. Yeah. I'm trying to piece all of the information as best as I possibly can as we're working through some of this. So
no, that's gonna be a huge one. Well, either way, it's gonna be a second versus third match.
Yes.
So yeah, here we go.
But you still want to see, obviously everybody play well. And with Venom just coming off a really tough one, it would be nice to see them come out of the gates, really well here.
Mm-hmm.
Putting a woman, Jessie, hard thrower in lead position, I think is a nice move by Rhonda.
And Heartland is coming off a loss too, I believe. So they're looking to get back on into the winning circle as well.
Yeah, because the Kingpins, they played Dream Crushers their last match.
Mm-hmm. And we got
Yeah.
off
And I
to
think
a
they
good
lost
start.
to T-Bay. No, that's the other side. No, I can't
Yeah,
remember.
Northern Knockouts, Pin Slayers, they've lost to. Yeah, Kurt did some stats for me, so I'm actually really grateful for Kurt.
Nice.
Great shot by Anthony. Anthony just won the Central Open trials here last weekend, so he's running on a high, playing really well.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And Baker won the female side of the Central trials. She ran away with the first day. I think she was leading the whole group after 10 games by 400 pins.
Oh, isn't that awesome? She's actually had a very, very good year in everything that she's touched in bowling so far.
Yeah, I don't think last year was as good as year for her. Kind of was life changing things and
moving but yeah, she's been playing incredible for Masters so far. She's having a good season in the Pro League, averaging 263 so far. She's had some clutch games. One against Dream Crushers.
Well, it's tied.
Yeah, last match.
Bangs out to tie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah, and against Weber to boot, which is fun.
I don't think Adam thought it was fun.
No, I know we didn't, but
no, I was there. I didn't.
It's okay.
You guys suffered your first loss.
We did.
But that wasn't against Kingpins, though. Who was that against, Gary? I can't even remember.
That was against Regina Avengers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I thought Bob was in incognito mode again.
Yeah. He stands so far back on the approach. If anybody's seen Bob Herman play, he's like tippy toes on the lane, and then he just takes, it feels like 10 steps and throws that baby hook into that right pocket.
How many players do we know of that stand like at the very back or almost off the approach?
Not many. I know Rylan Willier does.
And Eric Chose does too.
Napstone.
Yeah.
He stands pretty far back there.
Tracy, do you know?
It's hard though. You got to be able to like deal with people like getting in your kitchen a little bit because people sometimes don't notice that you stand that far back.
Yeah.
What's going on? Is there a score?
No, just Bob at the back.
Trying to remember, there's a player who does a little stall before they throw the ball, and that's going to bother me now. I'm going to try and remember, but they do this little start, but then kind of stall.
Mitch used to do that.
Yeah. Jim Head does it too.
Yeah.
Has a little, rolls the ball up through his approach, and then he stops and then brings it back. Yeah. Just enough to catch you. Especially if you're trying to pick up sticks and you're just getting out on the lane.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know
it's
Eric
fascinating all the different styles of bowling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mike Warren.
The veteran Mike Warren in there.
Yep. Quick refresh of the Kingpins lane here.
Eric struggled last time too, so I'm sure he's trying real hard today.
Yeah, it looks like he might have been pulled, right? That last match they played against the Dream Crushers.
Yeah. think Schwartz came in for him. Pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder why they're not starting Schwartz. Do you think it's because he's been good off the bench at all, Kerry? Or
Yeah, I think so. I think Schwartz feels good coming off the bench. He kind of talked that we were at open trials and we had talked a little bit about the way he's being utilized on the Kingpins. And last year he wasn't too good off the bench, but this year he seems like he feels more comfortable, and Robert's using that a lot more.
yeah, because I know he played really well last year being in the starting lineup, and maybe that's just the role he's needed to play right now.
I mean, out of his 7 games that he's played, and I don't recall what happened here, but out of those 7 games, 4 of those games he either would have started or been pulled or been put in to finish. And he's averaging 262. Which is interesting. He's had a massive game too, 368. Holy
But I mean,
second
hey,
frame.
they're in third place now. Things seem to be going pretty good. I guess, right?
Mm-hmm. I was looking down at these stats and then just realized the Venom had a beautiful second frame.
A beer frame, if
The
you
thing
will.
with Venom is they have to do it again because they're just up and down, just keeping marks going. That's been their downfall. You think the Pro League's helped Anthony's game, Kerry?
I think so. I think it's something. He's been playing a ton of League. I know that. Like, I would say 3 or 4 times a week. So his game is kind of taking a shift. And if people know Anthony, he gets to a point where he does what he wants to do as much as he can, and then I think he almost burns out of it. So it's nice to see him play that much and still be invested in it. So, but yeah, I think Pro League's helped him. It keeps him invested, not just to go do something else.
I mean, the game can be mentally exhausting when you're investing yourself in every single cash, piece, anything outside that, even if you're contributing outside of bowling, beyond just playing.
Mm-hmm. We got a tale of 2 games here.
Mm-hmm.
Hot start and cold, and the other opposite the other way.
Well, even last match, Fraser Valley did this a little bit where they'd have a really strong frame. So it'll be interesting to see how they come back in this third frame.
Okay, here we go. That's better for Eric. He looked a little like, here we fucking go.
Very dramatic.
Fortunately, they got their sound turned off on their devices on both these teams.
Turns around.
I like it better with some sound.
Oh, we might get some here.
Pretty sure he just had the corner there.
Ooh.
Just enough.
Yep. That's all you need.
They got
hear
like
Gino.
fans there.
They do look like they might have, they sound like they have fans there. Maybe they're serving some breakfast up at the old Heartland Bowl this morning.
I know they have the best hot dogs in town.
Wow, that's a good stat.
There's a couple good shots. Oh, turkey for Matt. Venom's getting marks going here now.
Yeah, that looks good. The way that they're at least firing back this match so far.
I know Robert was texting me the other day. He's nervous about this weekend.
It's a lot of pressure, and he's such a love of the game, right? That he wants everybody to do well.
Yeah. Oh, another double.
Well, so far I really love how Venom's responding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not the lull we seen last game after a good frame.
Yeah. Ooh, could have.
Yeah, a couple good frames there for Venom. All right, Heartland, you're up.
I mean, the last time I just saw Gallagher do the moonwalk.
Sometimes Jessie fades it out to the right a little bit.
Yeah, that's for the most part, she's really good. Throws rockets, but just every so often.
Yeah.
She's got a lot of power behind her ball. That's really good energy at the top.
Whoa!
Come on.
Well, they shaved the bases down at Heartland, or what?
Heartland is
go around and inspect bowling alleys here, or what?
Heartland is one of my favorite centers.
I like it there too.
Always play really well at Heartland.
I do too.
Yeah.
You recently got a Masters win there, did you not, Tracy?
No, it was a second place because Baker threw like 2,400.
Oh yeah.
She really likes Stetler too.
She was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And in fact, she probably could have been closer to 25 and a half.
Jeez.
Yeah, she threw beautiful. But second place, not so bad.
Not so bad. Good total still.
I needed that total.
Gino's getting a little tuggy here, I think. Four-bagger.
Does tuggy mean like coming out of the shot a little bit? Is that what that means?
Well, like somebody's pulling on his shirt like he's going to be pulled out of the game.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, I haven't said that before.
No, well, that's the first one for me.
Matt Phillip with the ham bone. That's Fraser Valley hasn't had a lot of them.
That's an awesome start.
Kingpin staying with them. No.
Yeah, just wrong spot.
Yeah, like Baker's got 2 head pins. Gino's got 3. Erica's 1. That's all their opens are. I can't see what Herbert had in the second frame.
Herbert had head pin 5 gash.
Yeah, they're. Oh no, Anthony had a chop miss. But most of their opens are all head pins.
Well, yeah, and you've got 2 great players right now sitting on the bench for the Kingpins. Who do you put in? You said Schwartz has been great coming off the bench, and Bab's averaging 253.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they have good options. That's the tough part for these managers, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing too for our audience is there has to be one of each gender playing at all times, but a guy can go in for a girl and a girl can go in for a guy. That's not doesn't have to be
exclusive, as long as every single frame that there's each gender is playing. That's all.
fair for Bob. So all the matches are close. I would say the third place one is except for the third one there. But
471. Unfortunately, Heartland doesn't count their marks in, so they're 105 added service score. So 393.
that looked good. It looked like he had a good roll there. No.
Oh,
he wasn't sure.
It was a really good roll though on that shot.
Well, he wasn't like the last two. He let it go, and he wasn't like getting insta fired up.
Like almost like he didn't know right away.
Yeah. And Mike's up there throwing before we can finish our sentence.
That is very typical of Mike.
Oh. It's one thing to note, too. There's a good shot by Philip. No. It's one thing to note, too. It may seem like they're going quick, but some players do a lot of their pre-shot routine prior to being up on the lane. So with good players, sometimes you don't always see it, but they could be doing a pre-shot routine before they're throwing the ball.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
That's like Len Anseth. His pre-shot routine is his walking and his doing his thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
He just gets up there and goes because he's already
ready.
Yeah, he's ready. Yeah. But I wouldn't have known that unless I heard him talk about it, right? Like,
yeah,
it just seemed like he didn't really have it one. He just went up there and whipped it. But no.
Makes sense. And it's not done intentionally on his part, like to throw anybody off or whatever. It's just the way he plays.
Another turkey. It's just what works for him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Couple turkeys.
Yeah, those help.
So they still have the 105. So 120. $531 for Heartland, I believe.
It is, yeah, 531. Right.
That took a turnaround really quickly.
Yeah, totally. They were down like 90.
Mm-hmm. It's amazing what a couple doubles, triples do to a game.
Just wait for Bob to finish his frame, and we'll update Fraser Valley Venom's total.
It's a lot of laughing at Heartland in the background.
Having a good time.
Yeah.
Feeling the
Ooh, I
flow.
thought he had a good shot there. That's the thing. It's the chemistry is just such a huge thing. I always talk about it. Just being a team and enjoying the moment.
Well, and that's a big commitment too by Mike and Bev. They've got to travel to Stettler from Calgary for these events.
Yeah, totally.
And you might not even bowl.
And you might not even bowl. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, like Johnny said, we have 531 for Heartland Kingpins to 595 for the Fraser Valley Venom. We'll run our commercial and bring the second half of our third match of the day.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like five-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centres across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
When you come to the Canadian Brewhouse, you'll feel right at home. We work hard to make our house your house. With an affordable menu of appetizers, entrees, desserts, beverages, and killer deals on daily specials. At our house, you never miss a play. As sports lovers, we've ensured each location includes over 50 TVs and our signature Jumbotron. The Canadian Brewhouse is the place people want to be.
All right, second half of match 3. 531 for the Heartland Kingpins and 595 for Fraser Valley Venom.
Got a good match happening here. You know, I was just looking up some games by the Kingpins and the Venom, and like the top games like from the Kingpins have been 368 by Sean, 356 by Jen, 342 by Jean, and then another 325 from Jen Baker. So they've had some monster games.
Yeah.
And Venom's only had one game over 300 by Marco, 318.
Yeah, that's a good point. I was kind of saying that earlier. I just couldn't think of anyone like going on a big run.
Yeah, from Fraser Valley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then they've got some high 290 games in the bank. But just that one game by Marco so far.
And bone for Eric.
He's come to play.
Yep.
What was Eric doing before this? 240? No.
Yeah,
241.
240.
Yeah. He threw everything at it there, but he couldn't take the corner down.
A little bit of a flat thrown ball by Gino, but
He's very it seemed like he was very upright there. Like when he let go of the ball, he's usually a bit lower. See there, it looked okay.
yeah. Good half.
That first ball, I haven't seen him do that too much. It looked like his back was straight. He wasn't bent over like he normally was.
Matt Phillip is in. I'm wondering if he was just trying to get the ball out on the lane a little bit farther.
Maybe, yeah.
Thought that might have had potential. The side there.
Carrie, you're qualifying. You guys didn't play at Heartland, did you?
No, we played Innisfail. No, unfortunately, we didn't get to play Heartland. That would have been
better.
The scoring would have been better. But Innisfail lanes are beautiful and great staff. It's just a tough pinfall house, which is fine.
You know, we've had 300 games by the women, and Jem Baker's had 2 of them, 2 big ones.
Big double there, like to take Anthony's after Anthony's hit them.
Yeah. Kind of square up Anthony's game there. That's perfectly fine.
$58 300 games by the men, hey?
Yeah, that's a lot.
I mean, I'm adding this up again, but
players too, like a lot more male players in the league too, right? So
Sean Schwartz from Heartland is thrown the 5th biggest game of 368 from this group.
12 count for Bob.
I don't have any 300s.
Me neither.
It's a work in progress, you guys.
I'm okay with it. I have a couple 290s. We'll take it.
You winning your matches?
Yeah, 2 wins.
See?
I'm 3 for 3. I had to miss the 3-game match day, but COVID.
Good old COVID.
I'm sure. I think Morgan Theedham probably has 2 or 3 300s too. I bet.
Yeah, she's been playing really well.
I think she has a high average for ladies.
She's got top single game of 363.
Connie Ward has
high average.
I think so, yeah. But they're really close.
And then Morgan's got 3 300s, 326, 353, and 363.
Oh, Mike Ward's is getting everything here. I've commentated a lot of the Vancouver Island games. Yahtzee for Eric.
Beautiful. 5 game, 5 bagger. When he gets going too, it's tough to stop him.
Mm-hmm. Tucker Herbert too. That one's a close one now.
I love how tenacious this Heartland Kingpins team is.
There's no give up.
Yeah.
I've always said I'd love to have a cash tournament in at Heartland.
Oh, yeah. Be fabulous.
Getting there is hard. For
Yeah.
like our runners.
Especially in the winter. And
yeah, because Robert would host and do whatever we needed. Like, he'd be an awesome host. Just not a lot of lanes and harder to get to.
Yeah.
But man, he's got a hotel, like walking distance.
Yeah. Pub. The pub's
Yep.
right there.
Yeah.
It matters.
Oh, little kick.
I like that.
Marcus in for Marco. Was that last frame? I didn't notice.
I believe it was because Marcus picked that left corner. So
that looks good.
Anthony, good shot.
See the difference of that ball and the head pin is just a little bit more out.
Oh, we're just getting some sliders.
Uh-oh.
Ooh. How good is she, hey?
Pretty phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, she's all right, Tracy. I don't know. She's all that. Bread and butter.
She's still got a long runway and she's achieved a lot early.
Mm-hmm. Both had pretty good frames there. Eric's runs ended at 5. Uh-oh.
Yeah, if she can just try and spare this, this would be good. Just for the bottom half of the team.
Mm-hmm.
Help for the total.
Looks good.
Oh.
Oh, this had to be over a hair.
Yeah.
Ooh, Eric.
We still got a match here.
That was a good one for Mike.
Mm-hmm. Mike.
Better shot there.
Yeah, really good.
Oh, Schwartz is in here for Gino.
Yeah, I wondered what was going to happen here.
So Schwartz tends to not follow through on his shot. So when he's not playing great, that one seemed a little short.
Mm-hmm.
If he can get his arm all the way through the follow through, up and through.
That's his golden ticket.
Yeah. Johnstone remembers Mike Anderson, but it's kind of a Mike Anderson follow through. Stops early.
Yeah.
Tracy would remember Chance Anderson, right?
Yeah, I definitely do. Okay, yeah. I was trying to figure out Mike if he was related to Chance, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's better there.
Yeah. See?
Love Chance. talk about these little flaws in people's games, but we all kind of have some flaws. Hey, guys.
Oh yeah. Yep. Oh yeah. We can see them in other people, but we definitely can't pick them out of our own game.
I know. Sometimes I'm like, really? I'm doing that? It doesn't feel like I'm doing that.
Oh. Man, sometimes those pins of the Dell just fly. Did that fall?
What? Did that fall?
I don't know.
I think it might have.
I think it might have too. I just kind of. I'm not sure if it was the machine or not. I wasn't paying. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I just caught it. I caught it at the end, and you're right. I wasn't too sure either. So not bad play right now by either team. They're making it very interesting. A pin was down. See the roll on Bobby's ball there?
I missed it. I was looking on Facebook.
It is down. I looked at it. It's down.
It's down.
Yep. So good call by the team. They made the right call. That pin did fall late.
Like I said, I saw it fall out of the corner of my eye, but I wasn't watching enough to tell if it fell or if it was a machine.
Yeah. So we have 962 for the Fraser Valley Venom after that frame.
Good squeeze by Jess.
And then we have 90. So is that 914 or 964? Is that 874 for Heartland?
Yeah, 874.
Yeah, 874.
It's plus 90, so you're like tied. The first and the third match are done for either team.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big strike for coming home.
He's thrown beautiful this whole game. Oh, so we have we'll put Brittany in for Jess in the ninth frame. That's an interesting move.
With Herbert having the triple here, Warren's going to answer. Yep.
Oh, come on.
Great follow through by Mike.
That one's pretty dead even, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 20 points.
Looks like we have a 5 for Sean. Seems to have lost Heartland's camera.
This has happened to them before, right? Where we've lost their camera?
Yes, it has.
Yeah.
What was at the end of the game, too?
Which is frustrating.
Yeah.
I'd spoken with Gino there last weekend at the Open and see if we could get their internet fixed, because it seems to be that's what the issue, but it doesn't seem like they were able to clarify that issue.
So then he went 5-5 miss.
Yeah. We'll keep trying here.
There we go.
Nice.
We just missed one bowler. Look at that little intensity from Mr. Street.
I like it. Oh, another one? Yeah.
Answers.
Wow, they're keeping control.
This is tight.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she is just almost every other frame, hey?
Back-to-back head pins in 8 and 9. Gonna slow that.
She's had 4 head pins. Yeah.
Big turkeys at the end there for the Venom.
Oh, huge, right?
But Heartland's got 2 turkeys too. Okay, so we have 977 plus 105 for Heartland. 1082.
1082 to 1117.
Exciting.
35-point difference, approximately. That looks good. It's all about the total now.
Yep.
Well, and everything, but you know what I mean.
I do. Looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Good for her. I mean, just keeping, she's out of her match, but just like keeping strong for the bottom.
Well, she's going to gain points here now.
Yeah. Well thrown. Yeah.
Well, Garrett cleaned it up though. Good game.
289 he finished with.
I think so.
It's a little. Either I'm having a stroke or it's a little grainy.
It's grainy.
No, it's
Okay.
Both guys with thick corners.
Yeah, I was gonna refresh it, but with Heartland's luck, I don't want to jinx losing the feed.
I can see it all enough to.
Okay.
Whoa!
Got it.
He needed that.
Oh! Couldn't get any closer.
I think Herbert has enough already, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike's only at 1053.
It's a nice game by Mike.
286.
My cheeks are hurting because I'm smiling so much.
So add 45 into Heartland. They got 1175.
Mike played really well.
Yeah, he did. He didn't have a lot of strikes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. I was going to say Schwartz needs to come in and do what Brittany did there.
Yeah, that would have been good and helpful.
Philip with the strike.
He's got a great game going. Let's refresh his lane really quick. Wow. Not the way Sean would want to come into that match.
No, he's not going to be happy with that.
So this is a big shot for Anthony, right? They got 2 doubles down below working. Anthony's going to need to do something here to give Baker any shot.
And you got to think if you're going to lose those totals, get taken 3 at least.
Yeah.
They got the top 2, but.
Oh.
Ooh. I think total's gone now.
Yeah, because they got another possible 30 stacked on, so they're at like 12-11, so they're 40 back, 2 doubles working. Yeah, total's out of reach now.
He's got to take this point, though. A 5-3 loss ain't going to kill you. Venom wants to get all the ones they can, too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that one's over then.
Yeah. So is this going to go 6-2?
Looks no 5-3.
Oh, 5-3. Oh, yeah.
They got 289 and 286 at the top,
Yeah.
and then 293. I guess if you're gonna lose, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
They take second place back.
Mm-hmm.
There's no shot at them to take anything else here.
No.
5-3.
Marcus came good off the bench there. Yeah, Heartland can get to 1276.
Yeah.
This is probably Venom's best game. Yeah, this is Venom's best game from what I can see.
What was their previous total?
1299.
Oh.
But if you're Heartland, I mean, you take a loss with 3. You shouldn't be too disappointed. I mean, and if you're Venom, you got to win. That's what you're hoping for.
Yeah, they still averaged, just over 250 as a team, so it's still solid. And you kind of expect maybe Fraser Valley to come back strong after their first match this morning.
Yeah.
And, they only had 1 300 game so far, and they just posted 2 this game.
Yeah.
So 1356.
Almost average 270.
This is where Venom's like, hey, we got another one here. And we're just starting to figure it out.
Yeah.
All right, so a 5-3 split. Fraser Valley coming away with the win there. We'll bring in our managers here when they're good and settled. Oh, my face all over the stream here. All right, we'll bring in Mr. Robert Gallagher from the Heartland Kingpins, now that he's figured his technology out, maybe. And Rhonda McDougall from Fraser
Yeah,
Valley
it wasn't
Venom.
me.
How's it going?
Oh my gosh, the hair. I'm losing it. It's going to fall out.
So 1356, Fraser Valley Venom come away with a win, 5-3 over the Heartland Kingpins. Obviously, a good way to end this week. Going into next week, you got 3 big matches going on. So your thoughts on that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we've battled through some matches. We've had some tight ones, and it could have gone either way. And I just, good to see them finish out the 10th frame and cap this one off. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Robert, I know Heartland obviously looking for a big win here, but a 5-3 loss is not the worst thing in this league. The 3 points is huge.
Yeah, it is. We left some out there and a few hip hit problems for sure, but yeah. But yeah, we'll take 3. Could have definitely been worse.
Yeah. So you're actually moving on to play the team that's battling with you for a spot in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's a pretty big game coming up, that's for sure.
This is going to be a good one. So we'll let you both go. Rhonda, obviously Venom, a split day for them, and good luck next week in your big 3 game matches.
Thank you.
All right, and Robert, we'll have you back here shortly.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good day.
Hey, guys.
You too.
Good job, guys.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centers across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
When you come to the Canadian Brewhouse, you'll feel right at home. We work hard to make our house your house. With an affordable menu of appetizers, entrees, desserts, beverages, and killer deals on daily specials. At our house, you never miss a play. As sports lovers, we've ensured each location includes over 50 TVs and our signature Jumbotron. The Canadian Brewhouse is the place people want to be.
Alrighty, sorry about that. I ran the extra commercial here. I had some technical stuff to figure out. But yeah, we're ready to bring in our managers for this next match. Once they're ready here, we'll wait for them to come in the background. But yeah, big match between Regina Avengers and the Heartland Kingpins, right?
Yeah, I'm excited. Like this is like playoff potential here.
Agreed. And then the Revengers are just coming off a bit of a break as well. And they had such great momentum this morning in their first two games. So it'll be interesting to see what they did over that break and the amount of warm up and how they come out in this third match today.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So we'll bring in Revengers manager, Sarah Ouellette. Welcome, Sarah.
Hi.
Hello. And then we're just waiting for Bob again. Typical, but they'll get that figured out here shortly. Yeah, so Sarah, your thoughts on this match? This is the team you guys are chasing right at the moment.
Yep. So like we went into today knowing this whole day was kind of a make or break for us. Started with the first game, then the second game. Now we just have to finish off what we've started with this last game against Heartland.
Yeah, you got to think if you guys have a good match here, you're probably sitting really good for top 5 for sure.
Yeah, we still only have 2 matches after this. So today was our big day, and if we win this, then we're setting ourselves up in a good spot, and we've done what we've needed to do. So then we just have to wait.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Not sure if we're going to get Bob in.
I mean, assuming a win here, Sarah, you guys, like they said, you're going to be sitting right around maybe that 47 mark, which is just really where you want to be with, maybe it's 42 actually.
Yeah.
And then with two games to go, so you're sitting really nicely, assuming you guys take a win here.
Yeah, exactly. We just got to go through what we've done this morning, and then we should be good. Like throwing our own game, really focusing on ourselves and making sure our team is behind each bowler and being really supportive. That has been a big thing for us. And I don't know if it has anything to do with it, but Glencairn today is packed full. They have the CTF provincials and then they have like a YBC Masters full. And so I don't know if the noise has helped us today, whereas before it's been kind of quiet. But yeah, it's just got to finish this last game off.
For sure. And then obviously we were talking to Robert here before the commercial break. Heartland knows exactly where they're sitting too, that they're battling with you guys. So this is a big match for them as well. Sarah, do you want to give us your lineup? I'm guessing probably not too many changes, but go right ahead.
Yeah, no change at all. We're starting exact same lineup. So we'll go Doug, Josie, John Mowens, John McDonald, and then closing off Danny Bear.
Perfect. And Brian and
Crystal,
still
they're keeping that bench warm, but I don't think they have a problem with it either. So
perfect.
Yeah.
All right. And then Robert's lineup, he's just punching it in here. Jen Baker will be leading off the Heartland Kingpins. Mike Herbert is 2-hole. And he's taking a little bit here. I think he's doing some thinking.
Well, you knew he would probably switch it up a bit. I mean, they still played good, but
Guessing that they're thinking they're gonna need another good score, seeing Regina's first 2 matches.
Yeah.
We have Sean Schwartz in 3. I imagine Anthony will probably be 4-hole again after coming off a big game. But with that all being said, they'll be ready to go. I'm sure the lineup doesn't matter to you, Sarah. Everybody will be able to see their lineup here shortly, and we'll get this rock and rolling. Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Alrighty, so they're just getting this all finalized. Yeah, Anthony and Eric to round out those Heartland Kingpins.
Yeah, I was just thinking as they were talking, I'm like, either team can weather the loss here and still be sitting pretty good, but
yeah,
Regina has 3 more matches to go, and Heartland has 2 after this or before this. So,
yeah,
Heartland will only have 1 game after this, so they really need to win this. Well, they both do, but yeah.
Yeah, because a win with 1 match left sits them maybe around 45-ish points, maybe 46, depending on what they take, right? With one match to go for the Kingpins.
I have Kingpins at 37.5 with before this. So yeah, in that 43, 44, 45.
Okay, yeah.
Depending if they win or not, or how many points.
Yeah. So do you see the lineup?
Wonder what the Eric down in the bottom, just trying to change something up, getting a big game at the top, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the amount of energy that he brought that last game in that spot.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I know
in the
Robert
lead spot.
has been thinking about doing player matchups a little bit of late.
Oh, okay. So that.
Well, that might be what he's.
Oh. Dude, blow that over.
We played Bombers played the Kingpins a while ago, and he was texting me because I couldn't play, and if I was in, he was going to try to match up with the people a little bit differently.
Mm-hmm.
Like he would change his lineup in order to have certain matchups. So he's willing to do that, which isn't common.
It's not common, but I think it's good that he's bringing some dimension to like his coaching.
I mean, if you got an Adam Weber playing Joe Blow that's in Pro League but not as good, and you need 1 point, then maybe you do that, right? Like, so there's some strategy behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody in this league is good, don't get me wrong, but there are players that are elite and above the rest of us.
They have strong pedigrees, which makes them intimidating, right? And
that's kind of what I'm getting at.
Yeah. The talent level is all there, I think, across the pro league. But yeah, those pedigrees on some of the teams are just, it's a step above, and it's due to great play for the longevity in their career, right?
Well, and some of these great players have had, like, they've had challenging where they can't beat a player, or their record is not as strong.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why do you think the Dream Crushers picked up Gary Baird so Adam didn't have to play him anywhere?
I was just going to say, like, Adam and Gary. Yeah.
Just joking. Gary Baird is probably one of the best players out of Central for a long time, and we're happy to have him on our team.
That's a good pickup.
You can't tell me that's a little bit of a factor, though.
It was the joke that was definitely brought up when we signed him. If you can't beat him, join him.
Because you know he'd be on the Kingpins.
Yeah. So obviously Heartland off to a strong start here. 4 big marks.
Yeah, I would love to know what Regina did over that break.
Yeah.
I was actually going to ask her, and I forgot.
Mm-hmm. But also interesting that there's an event going on there, and just talking about the overall noise, because we're conditioned to have noise.
You're used to playing in that type of atmosphere, right?
Mm-hmm. But I actually do see some bowling going on at Heartland as well right now.
Mm-hmm. Over on lanes 3 and 4.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's practicing or...
Right.
Yeah, it's noon. You never know. They might have some open play right now. Ooh.
Yeah.
Pick one for Doug. You know what? As a bomber here, I'm hoping for a 4-4, not going to lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, whoever wins this game is probably going to be in first place too, in the division.
So you guys still have 4 games left, hey, Johnny?
Yeah. And you guys have 5.
Yes.
So I'll let you guys in a little secret what happened at Youth Challenge this past weekend. The Dream Crushers that were in attendance, which there was 5 of them, decided to donate signed hats to give away to the overall winners of the boys and girls scratch divisions.
Very
They
cool.
both happened to be off Calgary, and they threw the hats into the crowd.
Yes. Yes.
Did anybody get that on video?
Oh, it's on video.
Oh, I
It's
love
live
it.
streamed.
I felt outnumbered. I'm working the merch booth by myself with 4 Dream Crushers.
Katie Rayner was the MC of the Youth Challenge event, and she may have mentioned the Dream Crushers a few times, and it was a loud boo every time. We don't understand what's going on. The Dream Crushers have become the heels of the league, which we're fine with.
But I'll be honest, I saw a Holy Rollers hat in there.
Yeah.
And then we had Average Pros and Bombers and Dream Crushers hats for sale. And then somebody had a Top the Roses hat on the table too.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's nice to see
it's
the
kind
Pro
of cool.
League. Yeah, Pro League extending outside of the 5-pin U universe, if you will, going out into the A5, C5 events. It's neat.
Yeah, it's very cool. Katie would be a great MC for an event like that.
Oh, Schwartz
Yes.
stared that down.
Yeah, she was really good. She got lots of praise from all the attendees.
I want all those kids to know what this league is. I want them to know about all the players and all the teams, and I think it's getting there, but just trying to promote it, right? Like I don't think
It's
we promote
something
our
that-
game.
Yeah, it's something that they could look forward to maybe joining a team too in the short future, right? It was neat going through and the parents asking what 5-Pin Universe was. Like a lot of them didn't know anything about it, being from maybe proprietorships that don't share that kind of information and aren't a part of those social groups that get involved in it. So getting some exposure to them will bring more viewership to the 5PL and hopefully to bowling as a general sport, right?
Yeah, I think the foundation of the 5PL and even WCBT, like it's just the evolution of how hard you guys have worked to get to sustainability, but also this growth mindset for the sport and these platforms. It's not going away. We continue to leverage it in all different ways.
Good frames by both teams there. But yeah, well, so the one lady came up. She knew there was the WCBT towel. We had 5PL stuff. We had 5-Pin Universe stuff. She knew what WCBT was. Mm-hmm. She heard of the 5PL, but she didn't know what 5-Pin Universe was. But that was interesting. Just kind of telling her, and okay, all live streaming, all the league that we're running, like all the stuff that we're doing, podcasts and everything. Oh, okay. Just how do we get word to the kids, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I remember as a kid, there were two things that I used to watch on the weekends. And it was that was always on TV, and obviously, so I always watch a little Stampede wrestling on the weekends.
Sorry, I gotcha. I fixed it. You're good, Trace.
Oh. Was I cutting out a little bit?
Yeah,
I lost you there.
I was just thinking that on the weekends, what was typical for us after bowling YBC was watching 10-pin bowling on TV, and then obviously a little bit of Stampede wrestling. So it's nice, like now that we have this on the weekends with the pro league, that you can tune in on a Sunday morning.
Mm-hmm. On a semi-regular basis too.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. If it's not a 5PL on a Sunday morning, it might be a WCBT event or a youth challenge provincial, or like there's probably some type of bowling going on Sunday mornings, and it's something that the 5-Pin Universe has been a part of, and we're hope that every Sunday that there'll be something going on, right?
I think too, when we're talking about the youth, like it's like then they have their mentor or someone that they look up to or strive to be, and that's how we keep them engaged and involved in the game. We all had our people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm watching one of them right now.
Yeah, me too.
Where I was anyway.
not playing anymore.
No. Gino.
Yeah.
And even like seeing Gino on TV and then being in the same center as Gino, like when I was a kid, was pretty cool. Like,
well, what's really cool is that Gino's still playing.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. And still playing at a high level, maybe not the level that he wants to be at. I don't think any of us are playing at the level that we want to be at. We always want to be better.
Well, I think the ebb and flow of the game too, right? Where you have moments that are just like pinnacle, and Gino was like that as well, right? When in his prime, making lots of things, and then he settled down for a little while, and then he peaked again.
Everyone in this third frame's kind of, other than Moans. But Gino's so accurate. Like, if he could dial it in again, it's still possible for sure.
Yeah.
He just has that accuracy. He's almost too accurate sometimes. Yeah. I think he aside from who you think who the greatest player of the game is, I think Gino is the most accurate player in the game.
Well, again, too, like you picked up on something with Gino in his game in the earlier match where you thought maybe he was a little bit more upright, but that could be something so simple for Gino to like focus in on, because as we age, it's not as easy for us to be as mobile, right? We start compensating as you age. Not that he can't, but you know, maybe that is something.
Oh, you have to, 100%. I can't bend my knee like I used to.
So after 3 here, we got 329, or 359 to 311. Not counting in their marks.
Yeah, essentially every match is in play here. Even that bottom match with, you know, Danny, he can come back and throw a couple, be right there.
Yeah, it's. Oh, she dropped that a little bit.
She's shaking her head saying, I know better.
It's right out of her hand. Uh-oh. Just a bit of a lull here.
Well, 2 opens by the kingpins from the top.
Lulls is rolling.
Yeah.
He's trying to book a spot for MVP voting here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See what he's got. I think he was 278 or something. Well, he's definitely 278
plus.
Yeah.
He's bowled good today.
I mean, Schwartz has had 4 good shots.
Schwartz has got the swag going on. He figured it out after the finish.
Well, I thought he had a strike in the third. Plus, I thought he had the spare too. So
it's those long sleeves he's got on today.
As long as he's not wearing a crew neck sweater like Danny Bear was that one. Like, how are you bowling in a crew neck sweater?
Well, I did see Parker Anderson bowl a perfect game with long sleeves this year. So.
Oh
yeah,
man.
sure.
Doug Clark plays in a hoodie sometimes. Like
yeah.
He definitely is a long sleeve guy too.
Yeah. Oh man. Silly people.
I love it. I can't even. It's just so awesome.
I'm sure we're all the same way. It's just like looking at a guy's face when he's just all fired up like that.
Yeah.
Well, it makes me want to bowl.
Yeah. We're even seeing that on like an Anthony guy who doesn't show too much emotion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to all the viewers that have popped over to our stream since the other one is now completed. We hope
the other one's done. It's only a 3-gamer.
Yeah, we hope the home hardware division put on a good show, and we just like to thank our sponsor. Like Sean Schwartz is actually playing on the Kingpins. They are the sponsor of the other division, so we can't thank them enough. And Cargill for sponsoring this division. Being tight.
She's all over the middle.
Just struggling with it, right? Like, it must be tough for Jen to come off like a really strong Masters, a really strong Open trial, both in Stellar, and then having this this heavy hit problem that?
Well, she's come off a couple big events that like are mentally grueling, and she's played tremendously in both of those events. So we talked about that the last match,
Yeah.
where it's hard to just stay mentally strong 100% of the time.
Yeah, he looks real good. All those are the same shots.
I see Mitch Ryu is in the chat. He was the technical director for the home hard division. He said there were some close matches on that side. So once you're done watching this, if you have some free time, please go over to YouTube, our YouTube second page, and go watch the home hardware division.
Yeah, no spoilers now at this point.
Yeah.
Then I got something to do for a couple hours.
Mason's sleeping.
1:30 is nap time. So. Moans is carrying the load right now.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Ooh. Just small mental mistakes, right? Those are the things that players want to clean up to reach that next 10 average points that they're looking for, or even 5 average points. It's just one ball a game.
Well, and they're about to go into the break, right? So
yeah, you want to get
probably a good time.
Mm-hmm.
But both teams, majority of the open frames are punches or chopped cherries.
We sell that shirt.
Well, and Danny's been so solid his first 2 games. He's just running into a little bit of trouble here, which could be something just a little bit small for him.
Yeah, that hour break, right? Never know.
Yeah.
Ooh, Anthony, same side miss. See, that's the scary thing. I know, Tracy, you brought that up in the very first match of the day. Is like when you go for that side spare, do you throw it inside or do you try and just throw a strike ball?
Mm-hmm.
That's the scary part for me. Is if I miss that side and I try and throw kind of what I was throwing before, if I miss again, that's a huge count miss.
It's true, yeah.
For me, I try to throw a strike ball because if I try to hit pins, I'll rip that 3-pin out 9 times out of 10. So I try to hit it in the wood, but I got to be careful because that will happen. I try to be too careful.
Well, that shot too can play mental havoc with you.
Obviously, yes.
Great job, Eric.
It just gets in my head.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got 577 for the Revengers, and we got an extra 75 or
60.
Extra 60 points, so they're at 549. So we're within 30 pins.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll run the commercial break, and we'll bring the last half of the last match of the day to you. Whoa. All right. Last half hour of the day for us, and last half of the last match.
5 more frames to go.
Big a substitution for Danny. Brian going in for Danny Baird.
I kind of figured that was happening because he was warming up there, and I was gonna.
Mm-hmm.
Doug not with.
That's also a good time for. I mean, I know you can warm up during the play if you want, if you're on the bench, but it's also a good time for warming up for practice as a commercial break.
Yeah, especially when, I mean, he's been playing great, but you have 3 head-ins in the first 5 frames. And knowing, like, Eric's just been clutch on the other side, so.
We got to change here, too.
For Jen, yeah.
Sorry to cut you off there.
No, it's okay. Also, don't mind this sub either from Jen. I mean, she's been all over the middle for the last game and a half, and she just hasn't been getting too much going.
Yeah, she's just too thick on the middle.
Yeah.
Herbert's been pretty solid today.
Yeah. I just like how Bev literally gets off the lane. He's up there, bomb. Quick double.
Then you got Sean who takes his time. Crazy good today.
All right. Well, Sean's gonna have to. Yeah, he just
half it up.
Yeah, he just doesn't follow through all the way. That's.
McDonald with the strike. Apparently, we're having internet issues in our house, so if I get cut off.
I'm not sure I could hold my own without you.
Oh, that's Phil.
Nice.
Pull up the stats for Brian Askin. 250.
250s. Had only 1 full game, it looks like. 2 partial games.
I think he got pulled in both of those. I do recall. There's a good one.
Solid, yeah.
Man, Anthony's on the head pin. He's been really good. He's just missing.
Yeah, that right pocket's been good for him.
Yeah. And it's funny because his misses are on the left side.
That's true, yeah.
So he's missing real bad if he's aiming in the right pocket. Love it.
Yeah.
Another Wetaskiwin boy there.
Yeah,
it's been very good today.
Yeah, that's the thing about bowling. It's just a different day, right? I know Eric struggled last time he was out. And this time he's having a good day.
Just seeing Eric at the Open and stuff, how he played at Trials, I think he's starting to gain some confidence back. And that's the thing about Eric. He's a big confidence player, right? If he thinks he has a strike ball, he can run with the best of them.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Doug Clark with a big strike there, trying to
big spare for Bev.
Keep the Jen and Bev combination at bay.
Bev's about a 250 average as well.
And Mike's up and.
Oh, that was close to being either way.
Yeah. Oh, Josie, a little quick. It's crazy. A lot of people see Mr. Mike Herbert. He hits the. Obviously, they got lane guards in Stettler because they're half and halves, half synthetic up front, still softwood at the back. So Mike can't get the ball out as nearly as far as he does on synthetic lanes. But the amount of crank he throws on that ball, it's amazing how much rotation he can put on that thing.
I personally think him not throwing it out farther is better.
Right.
Because it keeps him more contained, and he does have good roll on it. But when you launch it out on halfway down the lane, you lose all that roll, right?
Yeah. But I think he's relying more on his accuracy when he gets out that far. He's not worried about getting the ball to move, and
Moans.
Oh,
wow.
Crazy.
007. I like 007.
He's been fun to watch today.
Yeah.
He's been great the whole year, really. Yeah, it's just cut above, though.
Well, again, we talked about this, like tuck him away in the third spot. He's been fabulous in this third spot.
Yeah, don't mess with the guy. Ooh, there's a punch.
Anthony with the punch. I think that's it kind of looked like he had the get me out of here look. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought he looked up in the corner of his eye, he looked over.
Well, there's a lot of fives posted there. So obviously just not feeling comfortable.
Yeah, that's the thing. Game to game, right? Shoots a 290 and then comes back and just can't find it. Can't find the handle.
Well, and it happens to all of us.
Well, they're good. That left lane's killing them.
Left lane. I love that. Yeah, it's only.
It's funny how the patterns are like that, though, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it's not the lane. It's just the guy throwing the ball just happened to punch every other time.
Yeah.
Funny.
So maybe it isn't odds and even lanes that mess with me. It's just me.
Yeah. Huge shot. We need that for total.
Yeah, Eric's just covering up the small mistakes that were made, and hopefully the team finds it, right? And John is doing the same thing for the Revengers.
Well, yeah, basically the two guys are holding their teams in it, right?
Yeah.
What is it?
There's some good scores out there. Like there's 3 of the Revengers are all in the 160s, right? Going into 8, all solid with marks. Nothing wrong.
Well, again, those 160s are just a slight advantage too versus what the Kingpins are doing. Again, that's just really one frame.
Yeah, just one frame.
And Doug just goes clean and then kind of punches a couple times, and
Yeah, kind of what he did that last game, wasn't it? He punched 8 and 9.
This would have been a good opportunity for Bev to do something while he opened, but
yeah, she throws a strike on there. It's
again, he's still in his match. Josie. Yeah, that's going to be a close one.
Who's going to take?
Yeah, the first 2 matches are still up for grabs.
Yeah.
What's that difference for total right now?
787 plus 60, so 847, 913.
And no, that's what I was saying. No one, who's gonna start doubling up some marks as a team, take the lead. Who's that?
Sean Swartz right now.
John Mullins.
Wow, just incredible.
Snowman. We have a snowman sighting.
I love it.
And they're not in Winnipeg.
No.
I mean, that just gives a team so much confidence. Mark here for Gene. Helps him in his match.
Oh, man. Not
Just
the
can't
frame.
quite take advantage, hey?
No, they're just punching.
This 8th frame is going to be not ideal, especially when you're trying to catch Regina. And they're not having the greatest frame themselves, except for John's double, right?
Mm-hmm.
Brian adds one. So Eric's going to have to throw one to keep pace here, and hopefully the team can figure out 9-10.
Yeah.
Here we go. Looks good. Huge.
Very interesting.
That's 5. That's a Yahtzee.
Yeah, even like those spare shots for Kingpin, like if they could have converted some of that or not punched as much, but they could have a good 9.
Oh, there. Doug found a mark in 9.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about marks here.
Oh.
Tommy Tompkins, too soon. The commentators didn't even call that yet.
Whoa, Josie is super fast there.
Yeah. There, Mike.
Honestly, 100 points is nothing.
Still, you're right.
With you could all mark, the first bowler opened, whatever, but you could mark all 4, and then like, there's still lots there.
Well, we saw that today, right? Where there was something like 11 strikes in one of the matches in 10.
Yeah, they all had like 40 something counts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 2 of them banged out, and there was 45, 45, 43, 40, and 30.
Yeah. So you're right. Give Eric something to work on. It's a good half.
Yep.
Great shot, bud. One great shot.
All right. Johnny working on his streak here. Ooh,
Got that out quite far.
yeah.
Oh,
He knew right away too.
too bad. Would have been beautiful to watch.
We'll credit that to Tommy Tompkins, 5-pin pro.
Yeah. Little Tom Tompkins. Maybe could have waited at least another frame for the guy.
Well, we've talked about already the first 2 games for the Revengers, how like John has looked so intentional with his shot, and he's just been remarkable to watch today.
And if he finishes well, he's probably going to be close to 1,000 for 3.
Yeah.
So not to say anything, but with John stopping his streak there, and if Eric continues this, now the match is within a couple.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a blowout.
Especially with the head pin here by McDonald.
Yeah.
He throws a strike and have a double and 4 marks to 3 max. Oh,
That's huge.
huge shot. 6-pack.
Yeah.
And I was even trying to figure out what I was going to call 9 strikes in a row too.
So 105 added onto their score, so they got 945 right now.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So 1050. It's tight now.
1050.
I mean, good for Eric. He also has had. His last game was great. Yeah. And he's been solid down at the bottom, so that move from lead to anchor didn't affect him at all.
It was more of a way to get Baker going, but she just kept punching and hitting.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's close now.
You can hear Robert in the background pumping
Big
up his
spare
team.
keeps the total going.
So 47 sticks in 10. That's a Heartland needs to track down 47.
Big shot there.
Big shot for Doug.
I'm like a little bit nervous.
Yeah, that's their only strike too. So did he get? He got that. Yeah, I thought he.
Yeah. Definitely down.
Yeah, this is big here.
Mm-hmm. I mean, team total means so much for both these teams.
Push.
Oh, how does that not go over?
And
Oh,
then Doug
Dougie.
rips a 3-pin. Oh man.
Sometimes you just don't know where it comes from.
Yeah, the big smile as he came off the lane. All right, throw the strike here. You lose a little bit of ground due to him working on a strike, but keeps your team within that ball still.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Good count.
28, not bad. This match
right up
still
there.
in question. They're going to go at the same time. Woo! Double strikes there. Big shots for both of them.
Yeah.
They'll gain 15 there. Ooh, that was close.
Could have been.
They can tie now. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Josie
Corner
throws
pin
this
there would have
fun.
secured it. Man, you take your time on that damn spare.
That's clutch.
God, that makes me nervous when people don't take their time, but that's some people's MO.
He's done before she's even thrown her second ball.
Yeah. Oh, punched. So
Well,
1-1
1-1 here.
far, yeah.
Every ball matters now, regardless of what your score is.
Mm-hmm. For the
Big
bottom, yeah, for the bottom, it helps.
I was saying in our Bombers last match, I'm like, I like being the guy being anchor and throwing the shot. But if it's over by the time it gets to me and I just got to throw the ball, that's okay too.
Yeah.
But the anchor can have a role during the game too, right? It doesn't have to be in the line. Boom. Now I can say 400 potential here, eh? Need a strike?
Yeah.
You're back.
Good job, Sean.
Good shot.
Yeah.
Good answer.
They've just lost 30, right? So it's they're 77. Must be 72 down. Math is hard sometimes.
63. I think they're 30 down. Got it. We tried to run that through the wall there.
It's a lot of strikes he's thrown.
David, well, if he throws a strike though at 45. $400 on the nose. Congratulations. Nice game.
Yeah, very nice game. Congrats.
So 45.60. So 11.68. So they're down 50. All right.
Buddy. Come on.
This good.
Oh, what happened to their score? Give me a second. I'll try and fix that.
That was a great shot by Gino.
Oh, miss.
Oh, the Revenger's camera died. No way.
Shit.
Dang it.
Phone died.
Okay. They're gonna hopefully send us ball for ball updates, and I can update total.
Okay, 5 spare for Johnny.
Wow, Gino, good job.
But what's their total?
Well, I can't even see the other screen.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, it just went bad.
Spoiler alert.
12.33. It looks like. Is this? So Johnny went 5 spare. Yeah. Punch.
Can Gene win this match?
I don't know.
I forget.
214 for Johnny.
Okay. So, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, he just needs 5 to win this.
Right?
Yeah, so Gino
By
wins
one.
by 1.
Asking punch too. Whoa, slow down, bro.
So it comes down to Eric.
So 45, that's 12.18.
So 12.50? 12.52.
Oh, man.
Wow, that wins it, I think.
Yeah.
007. Yeah, 12.52.
12.52.
Yeah, Johnny had 214.
So we have.
My baby's losing his mind right now.
So 1, 2. Only 2 for the Revengers.
He has just been stellar.
8. Another snowman.
Yeah.
A snowman sighting in Stettler now. And a 400. Wow. Both teams with a 400 game.
Yeah.
John Moans with a 400 for the Regina Revengers.
6-2 for Heartland over the Regina Revengers.
That's 43.5 for Heartland. That's right under that, just a shade under that 500, eh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so exciting.
Somebody said a 9-bagger could be a Peter North.
No. Nope.
What about 9 Ladies Dancing? That's from the song. I also was looking at it's Golden Turkey. The 9-bagger.
Yeah.
That one.
I like that.
Okay. Let's bring in
Crazy finish. What are you freaking out for, buddy? Come here.
we have a Mason sighting here. Okay.
Yeah, Mason in the broadcast. What's going on, buddy?
Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
Mason. Hi, we'll bring in Mr. John Mowens from the Regina Revengers. 400 on the nose. John, you're gonna have to mute yourself or unmute yourself when you're talking.
There's a bit of an echo.
Like this. Hello.
Yeah.
So when I'm not talking, just mute it.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's good. That way we don't hear ourselves 3 times. Okay, we'll bring in Mr. Robert Gallagher from the Heartland Kingpins here. Hello, Robert. How's it going?
Holy heart attack!
Yeah, some big games. A 400 for John Mowens and then a 418 for Eric Chose. Big
Wow.
games.
That was crazy.
Unreal bowling.
That's unbelievable.
Good game, Johnny. Good game, Eric.
Yeah. Awesome
Yeah,
bowling,
for
guys.
sure.
So
we needed that. We needed that for sure to stay in the hunt, eh?
Yeah. Because you guys only have 1 game left. That's correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Regina has 2 more games. You guys are still neck and neck going into the end of the season. So
Yeah, it's gonna be a battle.
yeah.
It's gonna be a battle.
So with that being said, any questions you guys have for either of these 2 gentlemen?
I mean,
No.
I can just feel the energy buzzing off of Robert right now. And honestly,
Yeah.
that last match, you guys, like Revengers, you guys played amazing today. And that last match was just stellar.
Yeah,
It was good.
Yeah, crazy. 2 400s. I mean, not the way Revengers wanted to end the day, but you guys took a couple huge matches to begin with. You could lose both those matches and you're done for the season, basically, right?
Mhm.
But now you're fighting for the top spot, really. So yeah, and Regina's sitting good. Heartland's sitting pretty good now. They had to win that game. Yeah, so good job, both of you. Both did what you needed to do, really. I think as a whole.
Yeah, I'm just so proud of our guys. You know, Gino come in, played well. Bev come in, played decently well, and it was good. Missed a couple of shots, but nobody quit. Nobody quits on this team, and I love it.
Yeah, we just ran into a little bit of headpin trouble there in that back half, but other than that, it was a great team game.
Yeah, all day you guys.
And all day today, yeah, we were rolling good all day. That was a sight to to be seen for sure.
Great game there, Johnny.
Thanks, Colonel.
Great. I'll buy you a beer in Regina.
Yes, you will.
Yes,
I'll hold you to it.
Probably them other broadcasters too, I imagine.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll let you two go, and great bowling and a great day for both of you guys.
Thanks,
guys.
Great,
Well done.
Great job.
All right. Well, I think that's going to wrap up our day. Great commentating with you, Tracy, Mark,
Thanks.
Mason. Thanks for showing up, putting in your 2 cents.
Had a blast. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it was a great day. Perfect. All right. We'll run our last commercial, and we'll see you all next week.
Sounds good. Enjoy.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centers across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
When you come to the Canadian Brewhouse, you'll feel right at home. We work hard to make our house your house. With an affordable menu of appetizers, entrees, desserts, beverages, and killer deals on daily specials. At our house, you never miss a play. As sports lovers, we've ensured each location includes over 50 TVs and our signature Jumbotron. The Canadian Brewhouse is the place people want to be.